What's up, y'all? Welcome to Game Night here at Heavy Cardboard. I'm your host, Edward.
Hey, I'm Ken.
Sarah.
Martin.
Hey, we got a newbie. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to the stream, Sarah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we met. So Sarah, you're kind of tangentially, I guess, connected to Craig's group up a little bit further north. We met at the Gathering of Friends.
That's right.
And she was really rude, and honestly, Craig, Scott, Derek all warned me. No, I'm kidding. No, she's wonderful. She's great. So, anyways, we have a new face that will occasionally be joining us. So, yay! Hi, welcome. Tonight, we have Union Stockyards, designed by Dwayne Wolf, published by Solid Rock Games. Now, a lot of people out there that are familiar with this game might be asking themselves, why is this on Heavy Cardboard? Well, because Heavy Cardboard requested this. It's not often that I actually reach out to publishers nowadays and ask for specific games. But how this came about was somebody actually had a scheduled game of this at Circle DC. And I had never heard of it, to be fair. And I was like, oh, what is this? So I went looking. I looked it up on BGG. Somebody said it has a realistic economic model, and my ears perked up. And so I reached out to the publisher, i.e. Dwayne himself, and said, hey, would you be interested in sending us a copy, and provided we like it, we'll cover it. And here we are. So we played it this weekend, the three of us did. Yep. And we enjoyed it. It's not complex, it's not heavy, but thematic.
Medium.
Medium. Yeah.
Heavy and medium.
Yeah. And yeah, it was an enjoyable experience. So here we are. Now, Dwayne said he was going to try and make it onto the stream if he can. So if he does, great, cool. If not, then well, we have us. So welcome. Thanks everybody for joining live as well as after the fact. I'm gonna do a full teach, pretty much. Not hard. And then we'll get started. So y'all ready?
Yep.
Let's do this.
Hopefully y'all are ready.
Yum, yum.
Let's get to it. All right. Welcome to Union Stockyards. Now, before we get started, these technically aren't out here yet. I'm just out there because, I'll be honest, one of my goals when I set up a stream is to get rid of shadows. Legitimately, I hate, look, you can see the shadow, right? I hate it. It's impossible to get rid of them all. Ask Rodney. It's impossible. However, I like the way it looks on this. I like the way the buildings throw the shadow up on the board. Yeah. It shows the depth of the pieces, and I mean, these some chunky bits,
They're
y'all.
chunky.
So yeah. Anyway, Oh, hey, Dwayne's here. What's up? All right, hold on. Give me 1 second, and then. All right, glad. By the way, full disclosure, I said I hadn't heard of it. That wasn't entirely true. It was that. Dwayne sent me an email way back in 2022. I missed it. So apparently we were going to maybe work together on the Kickstarter. My bad. So that's on me. All right, moving on. Here we go. What's goal of the game? Goal of the game, victory point track. Victory point track around the outside, around the outside, around the outside. And we have, what else? We have the timer of the game, which are the year cards right here. There are 6 of them. There are 4 to 6 or so
Four
for each.
per year.
Per year. Randomly chose one. Randomly. And then we have the building cards. The building cards are set into A's, B's, and C's. The A's come out before the B's, before the C's. Pretty easy in that regard. We have the brand reputation, because ultimately we are trying to build our brand. I'll read a little flavor here before we get started. But our brand reputation there, all of these little kind of oval spaces, these are worker placement spots. So these are all available for us to be able to place our workers, because again, it is a true worker placement game in that regard. Then down here, we have the yards, or we have the actual markets for the 3 different types of animals that we're going to be bringing, or that will be brought to the yard, not milkshakes, but cattle, pigs, and sheep. All right. So we will be, based on where our price is, maybe selling, aka slaughtering animals, because this is turn of the century Chicago and the stockyards that were there. So we have that. Then we have a bit of a Tetris-y, there's a fancier word for that.
Polyominoes.
That one, wow. So that one over here, where we're going to be building some of these pieces that are off the board. So in various colors. There are 4 different colors. There are beige, there are white, there are brown, and there is a gray piece. Again, big chunky bits as well. All right, so that's mostly what we're looking at out here. And then we have roadhouse places that we're going to be able to build our or place branch houses, not roadhouse, sorry, branch houses out here as well. Then everybody has their own little player tableau. So if you take a look at my tableau over here, it has a player aid, it has how many branch houses, how many workers, and how many low morale tokens. Low morale, bad. So everybody in a 4-player game starts with 4 workers. Everybody starts with 5 branch houses. And we also have these cool little land cards or building land cards. Everybody has 5 of these as well. So that's pretty much everything that y'all are looking at. There are more animals off board. There are more low morale tokens. And there are poker chips, i.e. the bank. This just in, if you're just tuning in for the first time, poker chips, not a part of the game. Cardboard money, I don't want to get yelled at by Martin. So we have poker chips. And the train chips have returned. Because again, thematically, here we go. Opening in 1865, the Union Stockyards became Chicago's largest industry and one of the city's top tourist attractions, with 500,000 visitors annually in the early 1900s. From the Civil War through the 1920s, more meat was produced here than anywhere in the world. During its height, 40,000, mostly immigrant workers, labored in the quote-unquote busiest square mile on Earth. I imagine it smelled terrible, by the way. Where over 1 million livestock passed monthly, supplying 80% of all U.S. meat. There were over 2,300 livestock pens and 130 miles of railroad within the yards. So, there we go. All right.
Taking your family to go see a slaughterhouse as like a tourist thing?
Considering I have 2 vegetarians in my house,
Maybe not so much.
maybe not so much, but the boys would be like, yeah, let's go. Yeah, so, I mean, there's that. I get that. All right, so we've already gone over what it is you're looking at. What is it we're doing? Well, again, easiest way to teach the game, honestly, is here to talk about the different phases. So the game takes place over 6 years, or 6 rounds, if you will, year round. I'll use that word interchangeably. Then within that, there are 3 phases each year. Then we're going to go into final scoring. Whoever has most points wins. Pretty straightforward there. So phase 1, this is a set up the board for things that we need. So livestock arrives. So we're going to put out more livestock out there, depending on the price, which is A. Flip the year card and then do whatever the card says, which is B. And you'll notice that A, I am trying to find where the, A is right here on those. B is actually right there in the corner. And then in C, if it's a strike, gain a low morale and lose a worker to the picket line. So this is a universal thing that happens. So down here, if the Union hits strike, whether it's 4 or 5, we all get 1 less worker, which means less actions, which means quicker game. But if you were planning on using them, so sorry, not today. Then phase 2, which is the meat of the game, we're going to place workers 1 at a time in turn order. Turn order is going to be whoever has the first player marker. Then we're going to go round and round we go. It will be symmetric, so we will all have 3 or 4 workers, as it were, depending on if there's strikes, so on and so forth. Then when you place a worker, you're going to place it, take the action immediately, do whatever it was, then it's the next player's turn. Then at the end of that, we move into phase 3, which is resolve election, which that is this up here. If someone went up here to the campaign, they may change who's in office. Weird. So they're dictating how that works. It's much like politics today. Anyway, so they get the first player marker, and then they choose which party. Then get your workers back, adjust the livestock price, rinse and repeat, do that 6 times, go into final scoring. And honestly, it's that simple. I'll go over what the actions are out there real quick. But what can we do? out here in the yards, if you place a worker, you're going to slaughter, or you're going to sell, however you would like it, either a beef, a swine, or a sheep. The amount of money that you're going to get on this is simply the difference between where your marker is and where the price marker is. So the price marker, right now, you would get $2. The end. Pretty straightforward, regardless of which one you choose in that regard. Now, a couple things about this. Each player can go here once per round. Once, and once. So you could theoretically spend 3 actions going to those 3. What you cannot do is slaughter beef twice, sheep twice, swine twice, etc., etc. Any of these smaller spaces that are out here are single worker placement spots. These larger ones, which honestly are pity spots, these are unlimited. You can go there multiple times. Psst, don't do that. Okay, then what else do we have up here? We have the campaign spot. That is going to be get to savings. I did not talk about how money works in this game. So we have cash money and we have savings. Savings is a one-way trip. This is strictly banking victory points. So as you up your savings, you're getting victory points. That's all that is. Savings, you would think would be cash. It is not. It is not money. It is strictly victory points. Cash is cash used for actions, but also will be points at the end of the game. All right. So out here, you will get 2 savings, and then in phase 3, you'll take the first player marker, and then you will decide Republican, Democrat. All right, easy enough. This is a 2-sided disc, randomly chosen, so it ended up on the Republican side. Clearly not what I was going with. Anyway, establish your branch house. Pay $1, then you can put a house out here. Everybody has 5. When they go out here, you immediately get whatever it gets. So here, get a brand reputation. Here, increase the value of when you slaughter sheep. 3 savings, sheep, swine. And if there are 2 spots, that means there are 2 branch houses that can go out there. If there are 4, there are 4 that can go out there. Yep. They are worth exactly 0 points at the end of the game. We'll talk about that more here in a minute. Brand reputation. National advertising, it goes up 2. Here, goes up 1. Easy enough. Buying land. Well, when you build, and we'll talk about that in a minute, it costs $1 per square that you take up. Unless you have bought land. If you bought land, it costs $2. You can buy land literally anywhere you want. So say I want to buy land right there, I can do that. If I want there, you can do that. You can't overlap and you can't go outside don't draw outside the lines, kids. All right. After you have bought land, or maybe before if you think that you're Diamond Jim Brady, you can then choose to build any of the 4 cards that are out there for the buildings. Now, what we were doing in our pre-play is throwing those bad boys out like that, but I want you all to be able to see what they are a little clearer and see the graphics on it. So randomly put out, these are all A cards. The cost to build is $1 per square. If it's your own land, it's free. If it's somebody else's land, you pay $1 to them, but you can build on their land spaces. Then you go up on whatever tracks it shows. It's going to usually be one of these and or your brand reputation. Then at the end of the game, you're going to get some savings points. Easy enough. Boom, done. Wage increase. Spend $2, lose a low morale token. Why does that matter? Because if you take a look at on your board over here, the number of low morale tokens get punitive. If you have 5 or more, you lose 30 points. I would argue you have 3 or more, you're going to lose the game. So try and limit how many you get of those. And the only way to get rid of those currently is right there. And that is 1 player per round. There's 6 rounds, so keep that in mind. There may be more available if this flips to the other side, and there may or may not be cards that come out. Yeah. All right. The only other things that I want to talk about here are brand reputation. As you up this, as you cross this threshold, move your stock marker on the appropriate spot. Move up. So 1 on beef, 1 on beef and sheep, 2 on beef, 2 on beef, and then 1 on the others. That's awesome. That's the end of the game. First, second, third. Whoever's on top is in first in that regard.
Whoever got there last.
Correct.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that's good enough. Oh, I guess those, yeah, fair enough. When we build, I didn't really talk about building. I did about, when you place buildings out here, when you're building, if you do something like that, so on and so forth, whenever you build adjacent to any existing buildings that are of the same color, you get a savings per building that you are directly adjacent to. All buildings must be contiguous, and they have to reach back to your plant. So all of us are going to place these out here not randomly, but we're going to choose in reverse turn order which spot you want to go to. But as you keep building, or as players, I should say, keep building. So let's say it were something along the lines of that. When they build that, these markers that are out here, these markers go onto their appropriate branch houses, spots. They're going to do basically one thing. They're going to make the branch houses worth points at the end of the game. So when that one comes out, hey, Beantown's on the map. That one matches. It's going to go. It's going to flip over. And now each of those branch houses that are there are worth 2 points apiece. You'll notice that there are 2 asterisks. The asterisks can go to any of those. There are only 2 asterisks. There are 5 spots for them. Pretty straightforward. For every marker, they're worth 2 points apiece. So at most, branch houses can be worth 4 points apiece. So, final scoring, very simple. Savings, cash on hand, your final margin, so the difference between where your markers are and the stock price or the price marker for the type of animal. Then any brand reputation bonuses, as well as each of your branch houses that may score. Anything on the cards that have victory points, which all the cards I think do, between 1 and 3, 1 and 4.
Maybe 5.
Maybe. And then finally, minus your low morale cards or markers, whoever has the most points wins. That is Union Stockyards. And Martin, I believe you brought a thematically appropriate deck of cards. What are these?
These are called The Cut by Jackson Robinson. And they are, yes, themed round butchering.
Now I'm hungry. That's a good looking ribeye. All right, so King of Hearts. So Sarah starts.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, so Sarah is purple. Then we go blue. Then we go yellow. Then we go red, orange, rusty.
Orange-ish.
Yeah. All right. So now take your buildings back. And in reverse turn order, you have 5 spots available to choose from. Knock yourself out.
No, I think it's 6. Oh, you can't pick this one.
You cannot.
Okay.
So you have 4.
Cool. That's okay. I was going to pick that one anyway. I'll pick that one.
All right. So you are the Swift Company.
I'm the Swift Company.
Kadai?
Cudahy, I think.
Cudahy? You know what? I learned my lesson last game from that.
Didn't like the middle?
I did not like the middle.
Okay.
So,
There was an Edward sandwich that I wasn't terribly keen on.
yeah. Well, what a surprise. 2 more crummy spots have been left.
Oh.
Well, keep well away from Ken is usually a good rule in life.
I'm a very good partner, Martin. I don't know what you're talking about. You'll see.
I'm gonna hang out with you, Ken.
Yeah, we're gonna do great up here.
Yeah.
She's naive. She's new.
I don't think she's naive.
No, she's not naive. All right. So there we go. Thank you for pointing that out, Dwayne. There should be 3 animals out there before we get started. But yeah, that's it. We're ready to rock and roll. So
Yeah, that's part of the livestock arrive phase, right? So
it is. So
yeah.
livestock arrives. So to be clear, no, you know what, Dwayne, I'm going to take umbrage. No, there are 2. The rulebook calls out 2. And you know what? John from John Gets Games edited a rulebook and did a great job. So now, Dwayne, you're wrong. You're wrong about your own game. No, I'm just messing. So, because step 1.
Add livestock based
Based on the price.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's
we
go
have
ahead and
more.
do that. Oh, hey, look at that. There is 1,
What a
1,
coincidence.
and 1. I'm just saying. So, hey, we hadn't gotten there yet. Dwayne's jumping the gun.
Jump in the gun.
So, no, I'm totally, yeah. I think he knows I'm just messing with him. By the way, he has a PhD in...
he seems to be arguing with you on this
Should start
point.
with 3 of each in a 4-player game. Will be
Oh,
4.
sure.
Then hold on.
We did play a 3-player
We
game.
did, and that could be
did.
messing me up.
I was wondering, because one of the differences, if there were 3 instead of 4, is that you could get locked out of it.
You could, right. But
Yeah.
no, okay.
But no.
Point, Edward, to the rules here.
Dwayne, you were right. I'm an idiot, and I'm wrong. All right, thank you. My bad. I try.
Good thing you didn't make a big deal out of it.
No, I'm glad that was subtle. Sarah's going to fit in just fine. He also knows you're still wrong. Fair. It's going to be a fun time tonight. All right.
That's right.
So as I said, we need 3 out there. I don't know why you're arguing with me, Dwayne. And then a 4th. All right, cool. So now that that's done and we got that figured out, flip the card, or your card, read it aloud. So first player. So Sarah.
Oh,
No pressure.
no, I have to put my glasses on for this.
You're welcome to the club.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
1889, Hull House founded to improve the lives of immigrants. Founded by Jane Addams and Ellen Gates Starr to serve immigrants, the Hull House helped launch a social movement of settlement houses worldwide. And if we assist Hull House, we get to get rid of a low morale.
All right, cool. And go ahead and set
But
it on.
it is
Go ahead and set
going
it on
to-
the deck. On the
deck?
On the
On the
yeah,
deck.
there you go.
Yes.
And there we go.
Can't-
So
No,
Should
you're
I
two.
set like this
Oh
so we
yeah,
can see
yeah,
it?
yeah, totally. Yes.
Peeky,
Yep.
peeky.
So 2 increase in
2.
Union Spirit.
Yes.
We're right on the edge of a strike.
Union Spirit. They are a spirited bunch, aren't they? So, because that has a worker placement spot, obviously now we have 2 spots available to go. So, there's no strike because we're not in red. Everybody gets to keep your workers. And now, starting in that order, so starting with Sarah and going
Yes.
clockwise. There we go.
Thank you.
Go for it.
Okay, I was gonna sell some cattle, but that's a little too good to.
All right.
There, and
Free,
yeah,
no
you
low
go
morale.
and make a pile because y'all are going to need them
There's
over there.
Go
Yes,
Better
that's
Martin over there.
Yeah, I was thinking that was a nice opening move as well. Would be to sell a little bit of
Did I
just
miss
to
that
join in
one?
the help out the poor. I'm definitely into helping out the poor here. But yes, other than that, selling seems like a good move. The question is, which animal do I want to sell? Do I think I can get an animal up something? Oh, he's moving things around. Oh, because it affects the
Yeah.
turn order.
It
Yep.
does. There we
Okay, I'll not pay attention to that. So thinking this through,
go. It does say right there, too.
I think I'm
What does it
gonna
say?
go for selling
Mm.
a bit of pig. So
$2.
toss the pig away, and I'll take $2 for the privilege.
So, I missed out on the whole buying land thing early on in our game.
Don't want to do that in this one.
And I feel like I've learned my lesson in that regard.
Don't think it was overrated.
No, I really don't. But I'm a big fan of beef,
Okay.
so we're gonna go there. Go ahead and get rid of one of the moo cows. That's gonna be $2 as well. That's me done, Ken.
Well, for my other play, one of the things I noticed that going third was pretty tough. And one thing that is objectively worse than going third is going fourth.
I mean, you don't know that. We haven't played this at 4.
So I'm going to go on a campaign. Sorry.
Oh, well done, you.
That was pretty close, actually. In that it was
Not at all close.
somewhat near the right quadrant of the board.
Okay, all right, that's fair.
Yeah.
All right, so you get 2 savings,
Yep.
and then you can dictate
Yes.
the election
That's right.
at the end of the round. All right, back to Sarah.
And also go first.
You know what's objectively worse than going fourth is playing against 3 people who've already played this game. All right.
Also true. Also
I
true.
am also going to sell some cattle.
Getting some money.
Now that I've gotten that. Oh, yes.
I got you. I got
Thank
you.
you.
Take your
All right.
$2.
$2. Fabulous.
Yeah, we only start
She was
with
all
one,
having
which
money.
ironically
Yeah.
is $1 too few to be able to buy land. And also, it is impossible to build buildings without having bought land or handled some animal processing
Yeah.
early on. So yeah.
Well, I'm going to spend $2 and do some advertising. And that will send my cattle appeal up by 1.
So it will.
You know what? I'm gonna buy some land.
Okay.
So here, and while I can put this anywhere, it kind of makes sense. Go ahead and get it over there in my neck of the woods. Boom, done.
Yep. Hard to argue with that. Okay, so we know that the increase in value is dictated by how many are left at the end.
It is, and in fact, if you take a look here, right there at the end of the year, whatever their least amount of animals are, the stock value will go up 3. So, for instance, there, and whatever's the most, stock prices will drop because there's an inflow. If there's a lot of an animal, prices are down. Right?
Yep.
You get the idea.
And I think probably what's in my interests as somebody who is behind on buying land and buying stuff is to try and keep the beef and pigs even. Because that way they'll both go up.
Fair.
So I will slaughter a pig.
Pig slaughterer.
I mean, that's what the game is about.
Yeah, it in fact is.
For better or for worse.
Didn't you buy land? Why don't you have a...
Because I cheat and forgot to place it. My bad.
It is weird. For a worker placement game, this is a game where it is a little easier than I would normally think to not put your worker out.
Yeah, we messed this up consistently this
But
weekend.
even
So
more
no.
important for a player because there's not that many spots.
Right, yeah, totally. I did, in fact, buy land, and
Alright.
thank you.
So this was my original plan before I had to go for that spot.
Okay,
Here,
fair
I am
enough.
not copying you. This is more... This is...
I teach them well,
I
normally.
listen to John Gets Games, and he is a smart guy.
That's what he told you.
That's what he told me.
I mean,
So.
that and he's a Californian. He's got the long flowing cabbage.
Okay. I am going to put this out here. Hey, Martin.
That's me, actually.
No, Ken.
It's okay. Hello.
Oh, hi.
The
Collaboration,
city,
I like
the
it.
city of Chicago. The city of Chicago would appreciate a donation from your
Coffers.
coffers
yes.
in the
I
form of
guess.
two cheese.
Paying my taxes. All right.
That's, well, no, I need more money, so it's going to be cattle. But this time I get 3 because I pushed my value of cattle up a little bit more, so there's a little bit of an edge there.
So right now, cattle prices are going to skyrocket. Not a huge fan of that. So, unfortunately, so let me show you all the buildings in detail a little bit here. So the curing room is awesome. You get 3 bumps on the swine. That's fantastic. But you'll notice that it's 8 blocks that
Very
it takes.
large.
It is a massive, massive building. And the problem with that is the land that you buy is 6 blocks, which means a difference of 2 blocks, which means you need $2. Which, last I checked, I ain't got.
Yeah, it's solid math by you.
Thank you. So, looking at this, I can build all of the others. I cannot build the ice house. But I'll be honest, I don't think I want the ice house.
You can build the ice house.
I
It
can't.
just
I
costs
did
you
the
your last
same
money.
thing. It would be $1, right?
Yeah.
I really like that curing room. Now, there's a couple things we didn't touch on. You'll notice that there's these little icons down here in the left-hand corner. If at any point you ever get the 2, or if it were the rendering master, 3 of those icons, you immediately take the card, read it aloud for the greater good, and then get the benefit. It's as if you got a free building, basically. So...
Yeah, they're not huge bonuses, but it's a tight game, so they matter.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, against my better judgment, I think... Man, there's so much I want to do. 4 workers is not enough, and I mean that in a good way. Let's go ahead and take care of these sheep here. So we will dispatch a sheep for $2.
Okay.
Done. Yeah, maybe. Listen, maybe Ken will loan you $1. Maybe.
Yeah, you should ask and see what happens. What if I didn't buy land? Did something else?
I did it last game. How'd that work out for me? Finished a solid second.
Solid third.
Third? Oh, I was third, wasn't I? Yeah. So.
It was close, though.
It was close.
I was trying to sell it to you. See what I'm...
Yeah.
So if he thinks I finished second, maybe he could do that better, and so therefore...
Yeah, maybe.
Well, I'm contemplating the no land option as well, and I've certainly left myself open for that option. The last buy land space is in Ken's hands.
It is indeed.
I'm thinking there are advantages to not buying land, because there are other things you can do.
Yeah, that's what I've been thinking about. I just don't know, Martin. I think it feels safer to buy it.
It does.
So that's what I'm going to do. If you wouldn't mind, I'm not even going to... Oh, wait. Let's see if I can... Nope.
Ken desperately tries to turn this into a game of crokinole.
Okay. And I'll build in the obvious spot right there for collaboration.
Yes, collaboration. See, it has an S.
All right, final actions.
I don't know. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna kill some sheepies here because I need money, and then that would even out those 2 markets.
Yep,
So
I would.
So
Honestly, that's why I went here, hoping that one of y'all would come over there.
Yeah.
So that actually helps the hogs a little bit.
Yeah.
No, actually, no, that doesn't, does it? It goes the other way. Ah, I had it backwards. That's right. So no, I wish you hadn't done that.
No, it doesn't matter. They won't go down because they can't go down.
Oh, you're right. They're still going to go up.
Yeah.
No, that
they
works
won't
out.
go
No,
up.
I knew what I was doing.
They won't
Why
go
am I
up. They're just going to stay
arguing?
where they are unless somebody else kills an animal of some kind.
Before you take your action, Martin, since you do have a bit of liquidity, and you do have some low morale tokens, and by tokens I mean singular, if you were to go to the wage increase spot, that would lower our striking options, or likelihood.
That is the downside of that action, yes.
So if you notice, as Sarah did on the card, that is the likelihood of what is going to happen. There's a 3 in 4 chance that the Union Spirit's going to go up next round. This reminds me, this is akin of like how it does in Ground Floor. It shows a the chances. So if not, we're all going to lose a worker for next year.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm toying with that option. I'm actually not so worried about knocking the strike down as I am of getting rid of that low morale token, because I think keeping down on the low morale tokens is kind of handy. But that, in some ways, makes you want the strikes to happen because you want everybody else to get clobbered with the low morale tokens and not you.
Yeah.
So Sarah's in the nice position when it comes to this, because if we all get hit with a second low morale work, the first low morale work token isn't really a big deal. It's only 2 points. The second one is a bit more painful at 6, but then after that it gets really painful. So I'm toying with the idea of knocking that down. The other possibility I'm considering is actually getting a bit more money, because money is good. It would allow me to do more things next round in. And of course the way I'll do that is by slaughtering some sheep, which would then put the hogs it doesn't really make any difference. The cattle are going to suffer anyway.
Yep. Yep.
Decisions. But I think I'm going to go with the take the money. So that would give me another $2, which I think would make things nice and liquid for me.
Well, that throws a spanner in the old plans, and the reason is now. No, it doesn't. It still doesn't.
It's great for you.
No, actually, that's beneficial. No, never mind.
Yeah.
Again, for some reason I think supply and demand works the opposite of how it does. I think the obvious thing then is to go ahead and build the curing room.
Yep.
So we'll go ahead and come on up here. So the curing room, up there, and as you can see, I'm not even going to try and read that from there. So here we go. It says, ham and bacon were cured by hand rubbing with salt, sugar, and saltpeter. By 1825, brine curing and sodium nitrate were replacing dry cure and saltpeter. So a few things on this. First off, I need to place the building. It is the giant one, so that's going to cost me all of my land and 2.
Yep.
So the city is grateful for the addition. I get no bumps because it's not adjacent to anything of the same color. I do get 3 bumps here. And then, a couple things. I get 2 points at the end of the game in my savings. And then I have 2 of the icons. 1 bacon, because, bacon. And we have canned meats as well. So, yeah, that'll work. Now, the other thing that happens is if you take a look there, these don't have to slide. There's no conveyor or anything. The glue works will fill in. And you cannot take from up here. You can only take the 4. But it lets you see what's coming.
Yep.
So we have the sausage drying room that's available later on. Literal flavor text. The peanut gallery is on it tonight. I appreciate that.
So Martin's now in a position where next turn he'll be able to buy pretty much any building. Yeah, I think maybe. What's going on?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. Just Gooserino dropping Cure references.
Oh.
I appreciate it. I mean, from Melissa on down, workers of the world unite. The only thing you can lose is your chains. I'm surprised that you're not trying to be hardcore into socialism.
In this particular game?
Yeah, I mean, there's a theme that I noticed in a lot of the games that you and I have played.
I mean, you assigned me the teams.
I
just play the role that I'm given. I think I might. Maybe this is. I don't know if this is acting or not. I can't figure it out. I'm going to establish a branch house with my last action.
So, buck.
Spend the money, and let's go into Philadelphia for, reasons.
Huh. Weird. All right, so there, and then he gets 1 brand reputation.
Yep.
Which gets him nothing, currently.
But it's halfway to getting something.
He is halfway to getting something. All right, that's the end of phase 2. So if you take a look, resolve the election. Somebody did go, and by somebody I mean Ken. So he gets first player, and then choosing the party in office. So here, I'll just show it here. So on the Republican side, nobody chose it because it's ridiculously expensive, but $3, and you get two branch houses. And then you get whatever the benefit is. And on the Democrat side, a worker spot, and hey, another one that is almost as good, but as wage increase, but better. Almost as good. It's just better.
It's just
better. My bad. So there.
Better
so
and cheaper.
Yep. So which would you like, good sir?
I will give you fine people the opportunity to lower the Union spirit. I'll put the Democrats in office.
All right. Done. And get the first player marker, sir.
Oh, here you go.
Thank you.
All right.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Take your workers back.
I can't.
I know.
It's so far.
All right. Last thing that we have to do is adjust the livestock prices according to how they are. And again, because I can't figure these things out, what has the least? Y'all can't see that from there. Let's try that again. How's that? These two have the least. So therefore, sheep and cattle are both going to go up 3. So 3, 3. Then what has the least? Hogs.
Go down.
Hold on.
The most.
Yeah, hold on. Whatever they're. I'm an idiot.
You're doing
I
it
can't-
right. You're just saying it.
I'm saying it
you're
wrong,
saying it
right?
wrong.
Yeah.
So the pigs can't. You're capped. Like
Yep.
Yep.
it doesn't wrap around. It doesn't. You can't go any lower. So there we go. That's really what we wanted.
It is.
Oh my God, I am. Yeah. Good thing I don't talk for a living. I have 6 streams this. Oh boy.
Yeah.
All right. So livestock arrive. Quantity depends on the price. So now we go back to the markets. 2 cattle, 1 swine, 2 sheep. Okay, I'll do it.
You got this. I mean, I can't reach him anyway, so.
1. Not even close.
Good. That was a good try.
Yeah, you know. All right, we have a new card here.
You card?
That one can get discarded out of the game. There you go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay. Do I have to read this again?
Oh,
Or
no,
Ken
it's the
gets
first
to read it.
player.
Oh,
Ken
good.
gets to read
Union
it.
Spirit rises by 1. It's 1893, which is anybody who has played Crystal Palace knows. It's the year of the Chicago World's
Chicago
Fair.
World's Fair.
Oh, I guess that one's in London, though, isn't it?
What one?
No.
No, Chicago.
Palace was 1851 and in
In
London.
London.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They Crystal
but,
Palace.
Yeah.
but the important thing is the World's Fair in Chicago.
Oh, Devil in the White City.
You
Yeah.
betcha!
Yeah.
H.H. Holmes in the house!
Yeah. So the White City attracted 27 million people during the 6-month fair and also increased tourist visits to the stockyards.
See, it was a tourist thing.
So we have reached a strike. So
Yep.
everybody put one of your workers on the picket line.
Okay.
Um,
And we all get a low morale token.
we all get a low morale token.
Here. You get a low morale token. You get one. And
I can't tell if
I
he's
get
sad, but his mustache looks sad.
his mustache looks very, very sad. Yeah. So H.H. Holmes's
I
hotel.
read Devil in the White City.
It's an
Yeah.
amazing
That's
book.
great.
It's a
Yes.
great book. Highly recommended. So when we were doing the cross country family trip, stopped in Chicago. Honestly, I wanted to see the spot where H.H. Holmes's hotel stood. It burned down not too long after when he and all that happened, but the spot where it is now part of a post office. So anyway,
All right.
you may or may not care. I cared. All right. Anyway,
That's interesting.
also, this doesn't drop unless someone goes there, which means those dudes will hang out effectively.
Well, they get to come back
Yeah,
and,
and
then
then
go
they
back
go back.
again. So you get to they go home and they go back. to the
They
picket line.
get to
Yeah.
sleep in their own beds. They
That's
have
right.
a nice meal and then go back out onto the picket lines.
So there's a couple of pieces of math I'm doing.
Okay, hit us.
So one piece of math is that there's only one livestock that will make me any money this turn. And the other piece of math is that there are not enough pigs for everybody.
That is true.
So
Yes.
I'm gonna slaughter a pig.
I feel like you're trying to give hints to people as well.
Just saying that's what I noticed.
Well, that is an excellent point. Oh, yeah. This is some tough choices here. So, I mean, I have a little bit of money, but to Ken's point, that opportunity to get more money is going to disappear quickly. But there is that nice Glueworks building that would be free.
Yep.
Nice. Yes.
Yes, exactly. What will Martin do? Martin has a lot of money.
What would I do? I do have a lot of money. That was a definite thing of, well, if there's going to be a strike coming up and things are going to be tight with those prices going up,
Yeah.
let's grab the money while I can.
I don't know. I feel like I'm going to gamble. I'm going to build
Okay.
because I'm going to. I don't know. It's a
Yeah.
decision. So this will also move me up both the cattle and the pig.
All right, cat. You
And
are
I'm
purple.
purple,
So
yes.
cattle
And I'm
and
going to...
swine. Okay.
Yep. And I have this lovely plot of land that I bought earlier, so I'm going to put that there. And
Would
What
you
else
like to
did-
read
oh.
the glue works for us?
oh, now I have to pronounce that word. Glue was made from sinews,
Yeah. Yeah.
Sinews?
Sinew.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
bones, and other animal parts. In 1905, Armour and Company produced sandpaper to make use of some of the huge quantities of glue.
All right. There we go. And after you put that out, will you also a new sausage drying room,
Yes,
please?
sausage drying room.
Thank you. All right.
Just slightly less mean than a glue works.
I'll be honest. Like the not joke. Well, I guess kind of like like people would make about horses. Like if you don't run faster to the glue fat. I'll be honest. Until this game, I honest to God thought all glue was made from horse hooves. I didn't
Realize
I realized that it was
lots of different animal parts.
lots
to
of
make
different.
glue.
Yeah, no clue. So there you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Art, educating.
Yeah. Totally.
Well, I really want to help the workers out.
Yeah.
Get rid of my, well, at least one of my, what's-its.
I'm not gonna lie. I was sweating this after you went there. I was like, if y'all go, like I can.
As well you should have been.
Had Sarah gone for it, I would have been very tempted.
It would have been impossible
It
to
would have
resist.
been very hard to resist. So you saved Edward there.
Thank you. Yeah. So I was like, there's gonna be a problem here if. So one thing I didn't mention, but if you were to slaughter an animal that you're on the wrong side of financially, you do have to pay the difference. You probably wouldn't do it, but I'm just saying you do have to pay the difference to do that. So
Yep.
that's some high quality swine right there. That'll be a nickel. Phew. I was trusting that big time.
Love it. I'm gonna build. Can't reach it. Thank you. Sorry.
All right, what
I'm
build?
gonna build the ice house.
All right.
All right.
That'll cost me $1 because, as we can all see, it doesn't quite match up with the plot of land that I bought. Shape-wise. How cute do I want to get with
Cattle
this?
goes up. Brand, would y'all bump Rust's colors brand, which then means that goes up yet again.
Yep. I'm gonna say not that cute and do this. So I get one more funding. What is that? What's it? This? What is this? called?
Savings.
Savings. Thank you.
Because adjacent to one other of the
It's
same
adjacent
color.
to one other the
Yep.
same color, and then I'll score 4 points at the end. Ice house. Ice was cut from the Chicago River and also brought by rail from Wisconsin lakes to refrigerate beef. In the 1880s, Swift and Company alone used 450,000 tons of ice.
That's a lot of ice. Good lord.
Yeah.
Apparently, the Lake Q here in town, they used to cut ice from as well. So,
Yeah, I mean, New England did a lot of
Yeah.
ice.
yeah. By the way, I forgot to set the over under on Glory to Rome's and place your bets. So I'm gonna say 3.5. I feel confident they're coming.
3.5. All right. Well, sorry, Martin. I am going. You've got enough money.
Yeah, he does.
I'm going to go for the money, and I did bump my
Yeah.
pork price up last time, so that gets me 3 money.
Yup.
That
And
seems good.
so would that be that the three of us are living high on the hog?
Yes.
Just
I think
saying.
it is.
Could say that.
Okay, you could.
Yeah, it doesn't worry me because none of my plans involve getting slaughtering this round because I felt I got the money last round to allow me to do the other things I wanted to do, which is going to be buy a bit of land. I think I'm going to plot there. The question is exactly where do I want it? I know it needs to be touching my stuff.
Doesn't have to be
go
touching
here?
your stuff.
Well,
Might be a good idea if it were.
I really do want it to touch my stuff. Do I want it here? Do I want it?
You know what? Hold on. And before you do that, obviously I'm motivated to build over here. It costs you $2 to build it, and you get $1 per square. I'm just saying, like.
Oh yeah, I mean, I definitely, yeah, it's certainly possible to do that, and that's certainly a thought.
Then you wouldn't build anything.
But the thing is, I can't build on it, which would be.
Well, there's that. But
and that's why I want it on my area because I've got some building plans in mind. But yes, it did occur to me that it would be nice for anyone in fact, to put some land down there, or indeed over here, particularly in front of these asterisks, which are pretty prime. So if anyone's thinking about building land, that would be a good place to do it. But also right in front of my place would be a good place to stick land as well because then you'd make life difficult for me.
So I'm buying land.
Buying.
They ain't
land.
making more of it. Well, I guess they sort of are, but.
Yep.
So the question is, Sarah has a fair bit of cash.
That didn't sound like a question.
No, that was a statement of fact. I mean.
Okay.
Done.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
I imagined you would be.
Yeah.
Sarah, maybe not so much.
He's just trying to get to his glory rooms.
When it comes to Glory to Realms, give him what he asks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay on target, I think, and build the bone house, which fits nicely on the last little bit of land I have left up here.
It does. How adorable.
All right, so you're adjacent to 1. That's
Yep.
a point there.
And it will bring my cattle price up by 1.
All right.
And the bone house. A variety of products were made from beef bones. Buttons, combs, hair clips, mouthpieces for pipes, knife and toothbrush handles, and bone meal.
I mean, it's in the name.
Very useful
Checks
thing.
out. All right. All right, one worker left.
All right.
Hold on.
Not for
Martin.
me. Everybody else.
Did I forget?
Yep.
As usual. What was it
What
that I
did you
did
do?
that I bought land
Ah,
and I didn't
yes.
say? Yep.
Okay. I was gonna
Thank
do
you,
some-
Paul. Yep. Sorry. Go ahead. Didn't mean to distract you. The puns are y'all. I love y'all. Cool flavor text on the ice house. We're going hog wild on the building.
Yep.
Just saying.
Nice. All right. I was gonna. Where's the thing? Branch house?
Yep.
Yeah, there?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna put a branch house out for $1. And I think I'm gonna do that to make sure I get in because these seem to be going out pretty soon. In Philadelphia.
Well, good. Y'all are motivated to build that then on my land. So that's helpful.
On at
So I'll
least
be able to
some
get
of
some
your-
cash.
at least some of your-
At least some of my land, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. Capitalize from it that way, so that
Yeah.
works out.
So unsurprisingly, I'm going to build. Whoops. I'm going to build. And I rather fancy the sausage drying room. Large drying rooms were used in the production of salami, curvelat, I don't know, and pepperoni. Salamis would dry and ripen for weeks, intensifying their characteristic flavour. Oh, I get the shivers just thinking of a nice bit of salami. And I will need a
You are
6.
blue.
What's it? Yep.
Hold on. There's that. Oh, sorry. That is that guy.
Yeah,
Sorry.
1 pig. I also go up 2 appeal. which means that I
Very
go
nice.
up on the cow
Oh.
and on the sheep track.
1 and your blue.
And cow and sheep are going to be more valuable next turn.
They certainly are.
And I will plop it in the obvious space.
And you go up 1 right there.
Yep.
Because adjacent to one of those.
Yep.
All right.
Other than building, what did you want to do?
No, well, buying land, I was gonna plop it. I wanted to lock up both of those spots.
Yeah.
Honestly, that was what I initially planned on doing.
Well, which you still can.
The other options are the fair exhibit is a little bit tempting just to be able to get my cattle back up, but it's already going to be worth something, so it's only worth an extra buck, and it's important in points there, but I think right now I need to stay on target. Go ahead and buy land again, and I will go ahead and lock down that right there. And we'll see. And the thing I like about this is we're pretty much all going in different directions right now. So I'm curious to see how this plays out.
Yeah.
And the puns just keep rolling. This
yes.
is awesome. All right, nobody took the election, which means turn order will not change. So
I'm okay with
instead, but it's not great for me. But take your workers back.
Including from the picket line.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Someone can help me with that because my arms struggle over there.
And now we adjust the market prices. So obviously, hogs are pretty rare. So they're the least. Price is going up 3 there, and then everything else is dropping 2 because they're tied. So there we go, done. And now, while we're here, 1 cattle, 2 pigs, 1 sheep. All right, Ken. That was the World's Fair. That happened. Oh, just put that anywhere.
I knew that was going to happen. I also knocked the Union Spirit marker off. It's fine. So 50-50 chance that we get another strike here. No strike. 1906. Union Spirit moves up 2. The Jungle by Upton Sinclair is published.
Keep going.
Sinclair's muckraking novel, written to promote... What did you just do? Oh, did I have them in the wrong order?
You're fine. I probably did it.
Sinclair's muckraking novel, written to promote socialism, led to more outcry for food safety and meat inspection than for social reform. All players lose 1 reputation, potentially losing benefits. Sorry, Martin and me.
Oh.
Wow.
Ooh. All right. So Martin loses 1 on cattle and sheep. 1 on cattle, 1 on sheep.
And Ken loses
Ken
one.
loses one, yeah.
And Ken loses 1 there.
So,
Oh.
that's
Oh,
all right.
I dropped 1 as well. I haven't moved
You
yet.
dropped him.
I have not.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, because there is a 0.
I mean, I prefer not, but but
That's a good point. I'd just forgotten there was a 0 there.
okay.
Well, that's a bit annoying.
So this game is already playing out completely different than our last one, which
Yeah.
is a good thing.
Interesting.
So yeah.
Yeah, just mentioning the Upton Sinclair thing, a really good book I read recently is called The Poison Squad, and it's about the beginnings of food regulation in the US at about this time, and it was really fascinating. I mean, one of the things that regularly they did was put formaldehyde into milk so that you couldn't tell it had gone off.
Oh. So okay. So this is roughly 100 years ago.
Right.
100, 120 years, whatever.
Yeah.
About a century ago.
Yep.
What I like, FDA didn't really it didn't exist,
Yeah.
so they could sell diseased animals
Yep.
and the whole 9 yards, right? What I wonder is, a century from now, what is it we're eating and doing that they would be like, ugh, about? Yeah. So
Exactly.
yeah, interesting. And Dwayne says that's why your rep starts at 1
Yep.
is for the jungle card,
Yeah.
apparently. So there you go.
Yep.
There you go. Well, I really need that reputation, I think. So I'll go ahead and spend $1 to establish another branch house
Okay.
in Philly
Oh.
and bump my reputation by 1.
And
Okay.
you get that steer back.
Okay. Did you spend your money?
And I did not.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that was.
All right. Well, I agree with you. The reputation is important.
Yep.
And I thought you were going to go there, and that's why I knew you
didn't-
didn't spend your money because
didn't.
I
That's
noticed
right.
you only had one money.
That's right.
So
Could not do it.
I
Might as well
have
get in there and
plenty
get the
of
good
money,
one.
so
Yep.
I'm gonna spend 2. Look at how I pay it over here. And then
Look at that.
here.
There you go.
Edward got your cattle there.
There
Thank
you go.
you.
We were just moving it up. Go ahead, Martin.
Wow.
I think I'm going to buy me a bit more land.
Very well.
High fructose corn syrup. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I can put that land anywhere that connects to.
Or you can put it
I
anywhere.
can put it anywhere, but I'm looking to build on it. So
You
I
just
wanna-
can't cover anything.
Yeah.
And there. Don't forget, there is this down here.
That's
There it
not
is.
It's an
really
interesting
sparkles.
idea.
Right.
I don't think it's the most appealing of spots, though. So, I know what I think I'm gonna do. So, assuming I do that, my other options are varied. I think I'm gonna go here. I think would be a good spot. Or do I want to go here? Choices. No, I think I do that.
I mean, I'm worried about leaning too heavily onto that, but
This is an optimistic move here. She thinks it's optimistic to think we can be a human society in 100 years' time.
I mean, I can't blame her. I can't blame her. There's what I want to do and there's what I need to do. Oh, God. So, okay, let me think out loud. So, branch house, getting down here into Philly feels like an important thing to do because I like our chances of that getting likely 4 points apiece. So that's 4 points.
Seems like, yeah, might happen.
It seems reasonable. The hide tannery would also be great for me because it boosts cattle up 4. Being in the lead on both of those seems really good. You know what? Let's do what I was planning on doing, which was this. And that is going to be branch house, and that is going to come down to Philly, which also helps me here, and at least gets me back to where I started. Fine, I'm off to Schneid, done.
I'm out of money. I'm going to slaughter a cow. Which for me gets me 4 money.
Okay. This is really annoying. Painful, almost.
What sheet?
This is the Soapworks, yeah.
Oh, for me? For me?
Sadly.
Oh,
Sadly.
thank
Was
you.
that paying him and giving the glory rub at the same time?
I'm not giving him the satisfaction.
And you're giving it to Philadelphia. Everybody, well, I'm not.
Very.
That has to go there. So, yeah. All right, there we
I
go.
was so happy to give you that
I could tell. The happiness is
Alright.
oozing.
money. Oozing.
Oozing out of you.
Right.
Yes.
Would you care to
No.
read it? No.
Soapworks. Beef tallow cooked for a week was mixed with lye and molded into soap. Dial, developed by an armor chemist, became the leading U.S. deodorant soap brand.
Huh. All right.
Wow.
If you want, you can stack them to where it's just the bottom is visible on your cards. There you go. Yeah, save room.
Now no one knows I own a glue factory.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that better? Also, because you are adjacent there, that you are purple, you get one there. Boom, done. And new building, please. A wool pullery. I can't imagine how loud. Like I'm trying to imagine how loud it was to work in any of these various places.
Oh yeah, that's unbelievable.
And that and the Anyway.
Well, you built, yes?
Yes, I did.
Did you?
Thank you.
They were all doing it.
This game will get you.
What is it about this game that doesn't?
Yeah.
It's a special feel it gives off of don't put your workers on the board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm building as well. And yet it's time for the tannery.
All right. Well, if I didn't, thought you were.
Hides for leather made up 10 to 12% of packing house revenue. Chrome tanning, the fast method using chromium, was invented in 1848 and resulted in softer leather. So yeah, nice soft leather. My cow goes up 4, please.
You are blue.
I have to spend $2. And
I assume that
the only way I'm going to do that, spending $2.
Right.
Yep.
But it does get my cows up, which is
does. And I knew it was branch house or that. I thought it was likely you were going to do that. I'm really leery of leaning too hard into one thing. But oh well, let's lean into it. We're gonna go ahead and build, and I'm debating between either the smokehouse or the canning factory. And I think the smokehouse makes more sense right now. So I will go ahead and build that. All right, so the smokehouse says Swift's Chicago Smokehouse was 5 floors, holding tens of thousands of hams, bacons, and sausages for 1 to 2 days in huge rooms filled with dense smoke. I bet you that smelled delicious, though. All right, so that is going to go. Oh, I shouldn't. Never mind. All right, so Manhattan has got to go there. That I'll decide in a minute. That's adjacent to 1, so that will go there. The swine is going up 2. And the brand for yellow will go up 1, please. So here's my thinking. The Bronx here seems like motivating people to build there seems like a not terrible idea. So putting it on the Bronx. I don't want to put it on Manhattan. Actually, maybe I do want to put it on Manhattan. And then people are more inclined to want to put that, and by people I mean those two, are more inclined to want to put it on Philly. Or I could make it just Brooklyn, and yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Let's put it Brooklyn. Now, I have 2 bacon icons. 2 bacon icons means I get the smoked ham and bacon, which means I get another brand recognition or reputation, which, whoop, there we go. And smoked ham and bacon. Both ham and bacon are cured and smoked, but ham is made from the pork leg and sold fully cooked, whereas bacon is made from pork belly and is delicious and sold partially cooked. So there we go. All right, that's me. Done.
Cool. Yeah, I'm legitimately at loose ends on how to go do what comes next. I like the idea of the canning factory, but it's going to be more expensive to do what I want if I do it. On the other hand, yeah, I'm just gonna do it.
Now, the only reason I would consider trying to dissuade you from the canning factory is you're not going to be able to get the canned ham.
Oh, that wasn't what I was thinking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, carry on then.
Yeah. So, but I could deny it to you.
Yeah,
That's actually that's a reason for me to think
Wait,
about it.
no, that's going the wrong way.
Yeah, that hadn't even occurred to me. But wow, I could take that away from you. Oh man. Oh, tasty.
Tastes like spam.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sorry, Gooserino, no sheep till Brooklyn.
Yeah.
This is wonderful.
That
I love
definitely
you guys. Y'all are all great.
No, you know what? I'll stick with my plan. Well, sort of my new plan. My plan that I just made after you did that other thing. That
was actually close. That was.
I'm gonna give you $3. Throw up in my mouth a little bit and take the wool pullery,
Oh, okay. All right.
which we will position here. Wool was removed from sheepskins and sold to weavers. Wool was highly valued, but declined after 1950 with the invention of synthetic fibers. In other words, in 1906, still very valuable.
Very valuable.
Yeah. So you took me up there, and yeah, I'm going to put this out. Where should we put it?
I'm thinking Boston.
Yeah, maybe.
No? Okay,
Philadelphia.
Philly.
Yeah.
All right. I guess that. I would like to say I paid $2.
Worked out.
Good.
I made
Good
$5,
investment.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yep.
mean,
Buying land in a popular spot, I think, is a good.
Yep.
yeah, I think, yeah.
Don't
that-
know
and-
how quickly you're going to get the money back. But
correct,
you get it
yeah.
back.
All right. Well, I'm out of money, so I am gonna go slaughter this cow. He wasn't very nice anyway. I think I got 4. Yeah,
Correct.
4. All right. 4. It is your turn, Martin.
Stuck in the middle with you.
So at some point, I'm going to slaughter some cattle. That's not that I'm going to have to do because I need the money as well. The question is, what's my other action going to be? Now, one thing if I slaughter cattle, that means they're going to be the price is going to go up. The cost is going to go up, I should say.
Yeah, it is right.
Next round. And there's not really much I can do about that. I mean, even going in slaughtering a hog as well, just to try and drive the price of hogs up, would be kind of cool, but it's still going to have the same problem. I'm still faced with the fact that the cattle's price is going to go up. There's no way of avoiding that. So given that, I think I'll go with the plan I was going to do. So I'm guaranteed to be able to get a cattle because there's 2 more left and people can't go there. I am going to do some Chicago-based advertising, which would go at 1, and that will send me 1 up on the cattle and sheep, please.
You might as well raise the price of the.
Cattle a little bit more
Cattle,
for me.
or-
Yeah,
yeah.
I'll get an extra buck. And also it sets me up a bit more for sheep, which is going to be one of the more nice things to get next time round.
Oh, I mean, obviously slaughtering a pig isn't terrible. Getting $4 out of it, but I'm not hurting for cash right now. And here's the other thing. I know in theory people are going to want to build more because they're going to be able to So, you know what? That would save me $1, but no, it just makes sense. Oh, I can't build. Never mind. I cannot build. Stop that.
I mean, you can't build. Oh,
There are no spots to
build,
build.
right?
I was
So worker placement game.
yeah.
Well,
Well,
peace out.
weird.
buy some land.
That I'm tempted to, but maybe I'll do that after I'm not last.
I Other than myself being first, there's nobody I'd rather be first.
I can't imagine why.
It has nothing to do with where I'm sitting. It's
No,
just
nothing, yeah.
because of the deep affection I have for you.
I want to say the land investment strategy is that. That's something we didn't investigate really in our last
Nope.
play.
It's pretty good.
And I think with more players, I really, really like that as a viable option for getting cash. But it's a longer term. It's a slow burn, right?
Yeah.
So the things I'm thinking about here are slaughtering sheep, which is not bad for me, or doing 8-hour day and getting rid of one of my tokens.
I considered it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really don't like the idea of benefiting you guys, though. But I guess given that I'm going early in turn order next time, that avoiding a strike is probably better for me on average than other folks, so I will do that.
And
Nice.
Union's super chill. They're like an 8-hour day. What? That's like half what we've been doing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm down for that. Can you run out of land cards?
Oh, on Saturday's off
Yes.
next.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
Yeah. So yeah, you are piece limited.
Okay. All right. Well, I had two things in my head. We're either going to be to go here or to buy land.
Aha.
And thank you for not doing that.
Yep.
as
I couldn't do
am
both of
going
them.
to be-
No,
No,
she
no,
meant
I
me.
knew you
Oh.
didn't have enough money. Edward, on the other hand,
Well,
liked.
Well, my thinking here was I can buy land. I feel confident that I was going to because no money. So I was going to be able to buy land, one of them. And this, I wanted to make sure I got the canning factory while I could. So I'm all but guaranteed that I'm going to be able to do
That
that.
makes sense. You also already milked some of this land for money.
I did.
But the benefit of going here is getting in that
Oh, and that cuts off
rank
those
spot
spots.
because
That's not
cuts off the
kind.
other side.
That's glory to Rome.
Figure
There was a
So-
ball for that.
I will say, one thing I'm really liking
Get
about
your first glory to Rome.
Hey.
What?
and one thing I'm really liking about this 4-player game is that we start on opposite sides, so
Yeah.
that the building
Yeah.
structures are not linked right away.
Yes.
It's actually pretty. It's nice. Yeah.
It's nice.
My other thought on this was probably since you already put the star out there on Brooklyn, somebody's going to go for this, and it blocks off that.
Fair.
So
Oh,
hopefully
fair.
somebody's going to give me money.
Adds up.
Will it be you, Martin?
We'll see.
Okay.
Not now, because I don't have any money. But we can fix that.
Details.
Slaughter a bit of cow.
It looks like $7.
Yep, $7 it is.
It's high-end cattle right there.
Yes, indeed.
Singles, because I'm going to use them.
The fact that I can't buy land right there displeases me.
You're not thrilled about it?
I am not thrilled.
Did you pay $2?
Yes.
That's why they're there! To help remind us of when we make mistakes.
Thank you, Trey.
Which we do a lot.
So if I were to slaughter a pig right now, it would be.
Yeah.
It actually it hurts pigs, doesn't it? It does.
It does indeed.
Gives you money now, but loses you money
Loses
if you're
three,
going. If you
yeah.
were going to plan to slaughter pigs next go. Of course, if you weren't planning to slaughter a pig next go, then it doesn't.
Doesn't
But-
matter. Yeah.
But yes,
It puts the rest of us all pretty significantly underwater on pigs.
Oh, there is that.
They're not getting slaughtered probably in the future. So
Yep.
Oh, that's an interesting point. And this is year 3. We have 3 years left.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's try it. Let's see if this is a mistake or not. So here, I'm just gonna go there and take all 4 of those spots. Not really. Yes.
yeah.
Anyway, so we'll slaughter a pig.
Pig coming out.
1, 2, 3, 4. Make it a nickel. Done. Planned on buying land, but that was unkind.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right. Elections. Well, go ahead and pull your workers back, and I will think that this is a way for me to stall.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, let's see. That's potentially 8 points. I'm the one trailing the most on that.
Mm-hmm.
There's currently only Martin that could do this.
Yep.
Me and Martin, obviously, but...
Sure. You're acting before him.
Yeah, but I don't... That's the thing. I don't think I want to do that first off. Maybe that's
If you
dumb.
don't want to do it first off, I wouldn't make it available because Martin, I don't know why he wouldn't do it.
Yeah. All right. Let's keep the 8-hour day in play here. All right. So first player marker, please, sir. All right. We got our workers adjusting livestock prices. Livestock prices. So we got 1 moo cow, 2 piggies, 1 sheep, 2 piggies, and 1.
You adjust prices first?
I did that backwards, didn't I?
Yeah.
You're right. Adjust the livestock prices. I screwed that up. I'm sorry. So it's 2 piggies and 1 there. Nope. Yeah, that's right. So sorry about that, y'all. What has the least? Both of those jump up 3. Apologies. And then
Down 1.
down
Yep.
1. And now 2 cows, 3 pigs, and still 1 sheep.
Just the 1 sheep.
Apologies, my bad. Just got it backwards.
Yeah, all good.
And we caught it before the peanut gallery. So
Yeah,
that's,
so-
that's a triumph for us.
Does
Yep.
the peanut gallery know how these were?
I think Edward was maybe on 2, just like that. You
I
guys were-
thought we were
Oh, maybe
stacked.
everyone was
I
on
think
three.
we
That's
were
possible.
stacked.
Yeah,
You
that's
know what?
possible.
And
Yeah.
worst, Peanut Gallery, help us out. I think so, but I can always go back and look. So give me 1 second.
So nice, isn't it, to have cameras on your whole game?
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah,
we were all
all
stacked.
stacked on-
There we go. All right,
So
cool.
three.
All right.
Yeesh. All right, new card. Oh, I have to read this one. All right.
too.
Thank you. All right. 1908. Cubs win the World Series. But having the foresight and knowledge that everybody can have a bad century now and then, they didn't win again for over a century. Anyway, unrest goes up 2. The Union spirit goes up 2. After winning back-to-back World Series titles in 07 and 08 against Ty Cobb's Detroit Tigers, everybody's favorite, the Cubs would not win it again until when? 2016. And as a Reds fan, that warms the cockles of my heart. Hot dog sales goes up 2 or 3 of the cattle if you have the sausage kitchen, which is right there.
Oh, look at that.
Huh.
Huh.
Okay.
Well. Well.
You're up, pal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now I gotta consider things here.
But with it, does this have to get built?
Yeah. Well, no. If you built that, is what it's implying.
If anyone has built it.
That's actually a
That's
fair
good
question.
yes. Is
Let
it
me
anyone or
look.
Same person.
That is
Well, we
year
don't really
4,
It
right?
feels like it would
Own
be
them
if,
out there,
if
so
you,
it's-
if
Yeah,
it
you
was
don't own
so-
them, so well, yeah, but you've got the cards, so
Yeah.
that's true too. So you do kind of have an indication of who got what.
If you have the sausage kitchen,
Okay.
so.
Oh, the car. Yeah.
So that's never going to work. Like, I'm never going to be able to build that and then hot dog sales still available to me. Like, that's just not going to happen. So it's straight up 2 cattle, which I'm underwater right now.
Not that exciting for you, maybe, but
Maybe it is, actually. I mean, the canning factory is still the direction I wanted to go. It puts me up 1 on everything.
why does it do that? Oh, because you get the...
Yeah, I'll get the canned ham as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? God, This is so hard. I don't know what the right answer is. And the fact that I know nobody's going to get the 3 before it comes back around. I'm willing.
Okay about it.
I think I'm okay with that. So I'll go ahead and build the canning factory, please, which is going to be that bad boy right there. Canning factory says, Chicago meat packers revolutionized meat canning. Libby McNeil in Libby, founded in 1868, was canning 200,000 cattle per year by the 1880s. How did they can the horns? They were
Probably separate
they were
cans,
canning.
I would think.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
Libby-
That's a
Libby-
joke
and
for
Libby,
those
which we all may remember from City of the Big Shoulders. It's one of the
Yeah, it is. It totally is.
I can't remember if Swift is in there too. I think it might be.
I feel like it is. I feel like it is.
Sounds vaguely familiar. Yeah.
So I could spend $4 to make the Bronx viable, or I could spend $3 and make nothing. I kind of like that idea.
$3 and make nothing.
Yeah. So, or I could.
What's that you say?
So I could place it right there, and that saves me $1, right? Because it's one of my land.
It does.
You can't place it here because it's not connected to your.
Oh, very well.
Oh, fact, I cannot.
Good point by Martin.
Thank you.
Yes.
Wow. In that case, I think if I got to pay $4,
You better pay $4.
I think I'll just pay $4 to the bank.
And you get
There. So the Bronx comes out.
Not at all.
And then
you get
I
one savings.
for being adjacent. Thank you.
Yeah.
Then we get 1 cattle. We get 1 sheep. And that's now the second canning. I'll take a little canned ham action, which will increase that. So that seems not terrible.
Yeah.
George A. Hormel and Company invented canned ham in 1926. Canned hams may be either shelf-stable and sterilized or require refrigeration pasteurized. Spam, Hormel's most famous canned meat, was introduced in 1937. Now, again, we went to the Spam Museum. I think it's in Wisconsin or Minnesota. It's in one of those.
It's got to be in one of those kind of
It
places.
has to. And it was awesome. It was a cool little museum. And they had Spam from around the world that we were able to taste and buy.
Spam from around the world.
Spam gets a bum rap.
I enjoy
Yeah,
Spam.
I think Spam is better than the perceived reputation that it gets. So I put that out. That I paid my $4. Okay, done. There you go.
Well, I want to raise my sheep price before I slaughter anyway, and establishing a branch house in Brooklyn is also going to get me at least 2 points. So you know what? Let's not think about that too hard and just do that.
No sheep tilt.
And I'll pay for it this time?
Brooklyn. And you did you increase your sheep?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, you did?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Okay.
sure I
All right,
should be at
cool.
5. Yeah,
All right,
at
good.
5 profit margin. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Somebody-
Okay. No, you're good. You're good. No,
Okay.
you're good.
I am gonna do the exact same thing, Ken. So we're just gonna hang out here.
Collaboration.
together.
See? Just
Brooklyn.
just as we
Yep.
discussed at the beginning,
Absolutely.
same team.
And I am also paying my coin.
Hey, well done, y'all.
Yeah.
Well done. Money Python has entered the chat. Thank you for catching that, Maester Sparkles.
Well, I'm not going to let Edward get that hot dog thing, so I'm going to take it and go up 2
Okay.
on the meat thing.
Yeah, I totally was taking it if it came back
It
around.
was not going
Oh.
back then. I was not going to permit that.
All right. So whatever there is the most drops. Okay.
Which is currently sheep,
It is.
but that could change.
I have a feeling.
I think
That
Ken in
is-
particular is
I will
likely
certainly
to
slaughter
be
at least
gobbling
one.
up a bit.
You
I
know
will
what?
slaughter one and only one
I'm
sheep.
gonna go ahead. There's gonna be a run on sheep.
Yep.
So that is there. Hold on. So here, okay. On the flip side, and I'll talk about this
You
when
already
we do
have
our
money,
round
so you don't-
table.
I mean, yeah.
Right, like, there's no adjusting of the prices in round, so I'm not incented. There's enough.
Plenty of sheep, yeah.
So I don't like that can literally be the last thing if I want to do it. Yeah, I can't force y'all to make a run on sheep is the gist of what I'm getting at. How much land, how much building are y'all going to be doing at this point? That's the question.
Probably 3 more actions worth.
You think you
I would
think
be
so?
very surprised if 3 more buildings don't get built. I'm sweating whether I'm going to get one of the spaces or not. That's how confident
You
I am.
really think so?
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a ton of points, right? I mean,
What's a ton of points?
the building.
Yes. I mean, more. I mean, it depends. Is sort of the answer, but
I'm so worried that y'all don't build, though.
okay.
But I'll risk it.
Where do you think you're going to put that?
So I assume Sarah's going to get bank on hers there.
Would seem the obvious
I
thing to
mean,
do.
now here's the thing, though. If you take a look at the buildings that are out there currently, you'll notice that 3 of them are swine and 1 is beef.
Mm-hmm.
And sheep is the next one that is available. You can barely see it out there on the left-hand side. And the beef one is already connected. There isn't anything connected for... And I don't know how motivated people are going to be to do that. But now, you know what, actually, I'm talking myself into it.
Yeah.
Put that right there. The
a
thinking
lot of
being...
potential points.
Yeah,
right?
because it's
Yeah.
adjacent to 2 buildings, which is
Right.
2
Two
points
roads,
there.
I see.
There's I'm good with that. Done. Final answer.
Okay.
Slaughtering a sheep.
Here comes the run on sheep.
That is a nickel.
Checks out. I did risk it for the brisket. Yes.
So, slaughtering a sheep.
3.
Psh, for 3.
Martin has no need to slaughter sheep.
No. No, my target is obviously
How does Gusarino come up with it?
is cattle, but I'm having a sudden burst of thinking. Do I do this? Or do I
Pretty
do
great.
that?
It's pretty great.
Oh my god.
No, I think my best move is to do a bit of advertising. That and send my cattle up by 2 more.
And you are capped
Yep.
at the tops, so just FYI. And you don't get like anything for pinging off the top or anything like that.
Martin.
It's okay, I wasn't intending to do anything off the top. I'm a wholesome guy, I don't do pinging at tops.
I mean,
What do you mean?
it's hard to pass this up, but I feel like, yeah, I think I'm just, you know what? Even if y'all don't do it, I will. I'll go ahead and build the sausage kitchen, please.
Yeah, makes sense.
Sausage kitchen.
All right. So we have Chicago is king of sausage. In 1893, Vienna Beef was founded to sell hot dogs at Chicago World's Fair. Erwin Freund invented skinless hot dogs in 1925. So this is going to be right there.
2 savings.
So that'll be up 1 on the swine, 1 on the brand reputation for yellow, please. Done. Sir.
Did you give yourself 2 savings
No, why?
next to 2 buildings?
I did not. Thank you. That's why I did that and forgot. It goes up to 5, Brianna. I think it's 2 to 5,
Yeah, 5. It goes
right?
to 5.
But is it 2?
2, yeah,
I'm trying to
sure
see
it is 2 to 5,
the
yeah.
box lid. It's on the sides there. So.
2.
Yep, 2 to 5.
Well,
Yes, Abe Froman is king of sausage. Yes, that's a little Ferris Bueller reference, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Do we care about that? Do we care about that? I don't know if we care about either one of those things. I'm going to build as well. I'm going to give $2 to Sarah.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh.
We're
Actually,
going to build
me.
the
Investment
old
has paid off.
violin string factory.
Teamwork makes dream work.
That is Brooklyn. Violin string factory, please, ma'am.
Glory to Rome.
You wanted to build that, didn't you? So actually, so did I.
Mocked my
Oh, the team. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes? What is it?
I would like to hear about the violin string factory.
Oh, of course
More
you do.
importantly, I think the peanut galleries earned the right to hear
Yes.
about the world's tiniest violin.
Sheep intestines were made into catgut strings. Catgut strings for violins, cellos, banjos, harps, and ukuleles. Many musicians still prefer gut strings for a superior tone.
There we go. No, not yet, Alyssa. I have to cross one more and then I'll get it. Thank you, though.
All right. I want to be in charge.
I like this less.
Yeah. I do too, but a little bit less than you like
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Or more, whatever. You know
Yeah.
what I mean.
I
Suits
sort
me.
of know what you mean.
Martin's like, yeah, not going last. Sweet.
Yep. I was wondering whether to build that sheep violin thing if it had
Oh, and I
managed
get-
to get
I
as far around
got
as me.
one
But
savings.
I
Because
guess
it's connected
not
to the
a
other
factor.
guy.
Fact, it is. It is. Yes.
But time to do some slaughtering. So time to go, I think, to the cattle.
Predictable.
Just
And
$8.
so what's that for a mere $8.
Gross.
I think I'll start using 5.
That's prime beef, is what he's doing there.
Maybe it's just a lot of average beef.
Maybe, but it's a lot. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'll take the casing house, please.
Yeah. It's a good move by you.
So that goes up one here. The casing house says intestines were flushed, scraped, and salted by hand. Hog casings were the most common for bratwurst, but sheep and beef casings were used as well. Get to that in a moment. Thank you. That will go right there. That's adjacent to 2 buildings.
Yep.
That's going to be 2 there. And, hey, we got both the sausage, so fresh pork sausage. So that will go up one more. Fresh sausage is not cured, usually not smoked, and sold raw. Bratwurst and Italian sausage are typically stuffed in hog casing, which is the small intestine. Done.
Back to me. I'm going to buy land. Yeah, I'm going to buy land. So I'm spending 2 money, putting out some swift markers right there.
I am going to build a building.
No, you are not. That was me last round. But good news, you're going first next round. You can do that then.
Great.
Sarah's looking at me like, wow, like that's aggressive. Like, why can't I? And I'm like, there's a
I
board
thought you
for
were
that.
trying to Jedi mind trick me or something.
Yeah.
You're very bad at it.
No, I. Oh God.
All right. I'm gonna advertise in Chicago, I guess. Oh, wait, no, I'm...
Reno. It's getting ridiculous.
Workers had to be careful handling the intestines in case they wrecked them. But honestly, fellas brings it up. It's prime beef because it's all in 1s and 3s. Yes, yes. The occasional 5 and 7 as well. Yeah. This is a good. I like this.
Yeah.
There is
I do too.
there
It's
is
tough.
the 8-hour day.
Yeah, I thought about that, but
Right.
only one person's unhappy. This is only at 2. We have
75%
our odds
chance, yeah.
I mean, of course, it's going to happen now. But,
True, but if you knock it down to 0, then there isn't going to be a
I'm
strike.
gonna
next
buy
round,
land.
It seems.
So, all right, I'm going to
Yeah.
pay 2. That's not land. That is land. And I'm going to put that there.
Makes sense.
One day,
Good spot.
all these buildings will be connected.
Yep.
Not today.
Not today.
Maybe next time.
Well, I was thinking of buying land might be a decent option, but I guess not anymore. So I think now I'll just keep slaughtering.
Looks like $3.
$3 for the sheep. And more importantly, it means the sheep price is also gonna
Go up.
go up, which is that a good thing? Yeah, it's not a bad thing.
All right.
Take the 3 now.
That's it. Resolve the election, ma'am.
Thank you.
And 8-hour day or the other side.
I'm going to wait.
One isn't Thank you, Alyssa, for pointing that out.
You know what? I am not going to put it on this side. Because look at that.
Yeah, that's a lot of
I mean, you get the first
liquidity.
crack at it, though.
You do. Like, you could do that right
You
off
have
the bat.
$3.
Actually, that's not a bad point.
If you're going to take it, I would, do it right away, right?
For sure.
However, it's important to note, if we have a strike, like, I like that the decision is getting made now before we know. Like,
I mean, there's the wage increase.
yeah, right. As a fallback,
Someone,
I'm gonna do it.
maybe Martin could do. You
All right.
know.
All right.
could be. All right. So workers back, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, this game plays totally different. 4
4
versus 3.
Much tighter.
Yeah. All right. So that goes away, but we also adjust the livestock prices. So whatever there is the most of drops 2. 1, 2. They're tied. They go up 3. All right. So now livestock arrives. 3 cattle, 2 pigs, 2 sheep. And even though the pigs have taken all the worker placement spots, those are spots available to be taken.
Yeah.
Is what that means.
Yep.
So, all right. So flip the year card. Here we go.
Okay, moving up 1.
No strike.
1918, Spanish flu pandemic. 6% of the U.S. population dies. The Spanish flu pandemic sickened about 1/3 of the world population and killed an estimated 17 million to 50 million people. All players lose a worker this year and lay them down on this card.
Oh, on
the
the card.
card.
Okay. All right.
We died.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So could you hold on? If we'd been on the cusp, we would have lost 2 workers.
Yes.
That's right. That would have been brutal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dwayne, have a good night.
Yes.
All right. Hey,
Thank you, Dwayne.
thanks for a really fun game, and I hope you're enjoying the puns. I hope you are.
If you want, you got no choice.
Yeah, right. But no, we're having a really good time. Be sure to come back afterwards and watch the roundtable, Dwayne. I think you'll enjoy it. All right. Take care. All right, he said he had something at 9 o'clock, and so he waited a little bit longer, so that was cool.
Okay.
All right, so that was that. No strike. Good. You're on it. 3 workers.
3 workers, and I'm going here. I'm paying 3. And I'm putting 2 of these out. Brooklyn?
Yep.
So that's purple. I'm getting you your bonus.
Uh,
No, sheep too. God, that's...
Yeah.
I mean, I guess
mean,
it doesn't
probably
matter,
not
right? Because
Boston.
nothing is, yeah,
I mean, would you rather have 3
Okay,
savings
I'm
or
gonna-
a sheep?
that's a great question. I think I'm going to take 3 savings.
I think so. 1, 2, 3. Done. Sir! God, that's a lot of money.
I spend 2 and do a bit more advertising. That will send me up onto the final slot.
Okay,
So
so...
2 up on the cow.
And one
One
on
on the sheep,
everything.
one on the pig.
You are blue.
Yep.
1. Okay. I have $4. Okay. I have one little tiny bit of land over there. And you know what? I think it's worth it. Let's go ahead and build. We're going to go and build the marketing department.
All right.
I mean, checks out.
Yep.
I will, let's see, I will pay 3 to Sarah and save myself 1. I cannot!
You cannot.
Yeah!
You can pay 4 to Sarah.
Yeah. Or
You
I
can,
could,
or you could take the lard refinery.
You could also pay 4 to. the
yeah, I
bank.
know, but see, the thing is, I don't want to block off my area.
Oh yeah, that would be
Yeah.
terrible.
So, so what I can do is looking at the size of that. I want 2, 4, 6, 8.
You know, if you build it here and then build the Pepsin laboratory, pop you right out.
The what?
The Pepsin laboratory.
Oh. And
Maybe you just want to buy land.
no, I'm gonna do this. The thing is, what I'm looking at doing, I am gonna do, because I'm thinking about trying to figure out a way to make the fertilizer works. The only one that can afford it currently is Daddy Warbucks over here. But if I do so, I want it connected, so it's 2, 4, 6, 8. And I can't, so you know what? I can do it this way. So, 2 and 2. That's legit,
That is legit.
right? And it still leaves me room to be able to do it. Still not joined with everything, but the marketing department says, Armor, publish calendars and trading cards. Trading cards of ham? Oh, I got the bratwurst. Swift distributed elegant pictures that hang on consumers' homes, or hang in consumers' homes, reminding them of their excellence of Swift products. So marketing goes up 3.
Wow.
So that is 3
3
cattle
cow,
and
1
1
sheep.
sheep. We are no longer underwater. That works. Done.
Man.
Dwayne says he's loving the puns. Y'all are on fire tonight, so
I'll build.
it was close.
I'm gonna build the oleo factory. I'm gonna build it
Oh, we're
here,
getting close on these buildings.
which will cost me $1.
And that gets you 3 savings bumps, sir.
It does.
1, 2, 3.
And 1 up on cow, and 1 brand reputation.
1 up on cow and 1 on brand rip. Okay, done.
Oleomargarine, a butter substitute, was made from beef tallow, fat. World War II rationing caused vegetable fats to replace animal fats in margarine production.
Okay.
Nowadays, and we had this talk when we played this originally. So like all margarine nowadays is all vegetable, right? I think.
I think so. Yeah.
Like lard is obviously lard, but which is animal fat. But yeah, I think margarine is. Anyway, sorry, Sarah, go ahead.
All right. I'm going to build because there is a space available. And interesting. Well,
Now everything's connected, so you can literally build anywhere that touches
Yeah.
the building.
Right. There are 3 spots right there. Nope, that's unviable. But
yeah.
I'm just saying because it's adjacent to 2 pork buildings.
For your Pepsin laboratory.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Do you own that land, or is that?
Nope,
government?
it's
Okay.
free. It's
As
just
long
my
as I-
overhang
okay.
is a little.
All
This
right.
happens to be next to my place, but
Right.
I don't mind. I'm not the kind of person who gets exclusive about these things.
Okay. I am going to build the Pepsin laboratory for 2 to the bank.
I don't think it matters, but do you want it on the bottom or up? Because you're going to touch 2 buildings either way. Do you want it there, or do you want it there?
There.
Okay, done. So that's going to
leave
be
a gap.
2 for purple.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, go for it.
2 for purple. Okay. Pepsin. Oh, and I get a piggy.
You are purple. Got
Yes.
it. Yep.
All right. Pepsin is a digestive enzyme harvested from pig stomachs. Yum. It was used in many food manufacturing applications, including in rennet for making cheese.
That makes sense. The rennet part, like, yeah, I get that. Okay. Butter is just butter. Unless it's ghee, which he needs to clarify. I just heard a groan. This is, oh, God. Like, I'm imagining Gooserino is just sitting there, like, with a bunch of windows open for different puns. Like, trying, like, Googling, because how else? Like, dude, you are...
Are you
Yep.
sure he's not a bot?
He's here all the...
I'm pretty sure he's not a bot, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm looking at so the next round is the last round, right?
Fact, they ain't making more. Just 6.
And there is a 3/4 chance of a strike next round.
Sounds right.
I think I want to go first under those circumstances.
I support this. I support
do not.
this. All right.
2
Up
savings.
to,
for
no, you
Martin.
don't support it. Edward.
I don't?
Not if it's a strike. You're going to be very worried.
Oh, no, I'm going to take care of that right now. So, I am not. Just kidding. Like I said, I was going to slaughter a pig,
Yeah.
and that's going to get me 7 quid.
So it is.
There we go. Done.
I will take the worst but free advertising spot, please.
We go.
Oh,
It is
with
a
the cow and a
sheep and a...
I get the cow part.
Did you grab the bull by his horns?
Right before he canned them.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna pay my last dollar. Last one up here and go up 3 over there, please. Purple.
Yep. This is tense.
Yeah.
Like this is there's
Now I have to slaughter the cow.
That's $7.
Yep.
So the worst thing about this game, and I mean this as a compliment, the fact that you can't just keep wailing on what it is you
Right.
have a lead
Yeah.
Yeah.
on. And it forces
it so
you to go
good.
in different directions. I think at this point I can't take the risk. I think hold on. Now that because that was going to be the play earlier.
Mm-hmm.
No, this has got to be it.
Yes.
So $2. get rid of one of those, and it is unlikely that we are going to
twice,
have.
It's actually impossible.
Impossible.
Yeah.
There will be no strike.
Unless like the effect on the card is
right. Something. Right.
Yeah. Well, that helps me a little bit.
Yeah, because if you didn't do that, you could have been in very, very much trouble if a strike had occurred.
Right.
I think that.
Oh, right, because it would have given me a third one.
Yeah.
That's problematic. Fair
Would
point.
have been.
Sheet prices are going up no matter what I do, so it makes sense for me to slaughter now and get more money than I'll get next round.
$5.
Yep.
That's it, right? Okay. Election. Blue. Choose first player to Martin.
Okay.
And which do you wish, sir?
Interesting question. So, the question is, do I want to take establish two businesses as my first action next move, I think, because we don't really care about the 8-hour day because we're nowhere near strike conditions. And I certainly don't want to give this to somebody else. So how valuable is this? Well, it's any of these two are two things, so it's
Yeah,
basically I'll
that's 10.
spend 3 to get 4.
10. No, 10, because you also go 3 twice.
Oh, yes, I had forgotten that. So in which case I will take that, keep that one then, because that makes that quite a valuable spot, doesn't it? I'd forgotten you go for that 3 twice.
Yep.
Yes, that's definitely where I'm going to go then.
All right. Retriever workers adjust the prices. So what is there the most of? Pigs.
Yep.
It drops 2.
Down 2.
And sheep up
Who's the
3.
next? Yep.
And cows don't move.
Yep.
But they do move. 3, 2, and 2.
Or 2,
or
2, 1, 2.
2, 1, 2.
Maybe.
Yeah. All right. Read the card in that wonderful British accent.
First, in 1926, the first intercollegiate meat judging contest. Meat
Well,
judging has been recruiting students into the meat industry ever since the University of Nebraska, pictured, won in Chicago in 1926. And no change on the strike thing. And there's an option here to pay $1 and to lose one of your tokens
morale.
by supporting students.
Okay.
And a nice picture of 4 white dudes.
So, okay, serious question.
Actually, I see 5.
Yeah.
Wow.
It is 5, right? He's so white, he's like a ghost. First intercollegiate meat judging. What the hell is a meat judging contest?
Just like they would do like milk judging or like, you know.
Oh no!
like
I don't know.
vegetable- Like, you know, like
what?
they like look at the meat and see which one is the best meat. Like people bring their meat in.
Oh, that's well marbled ribeye, and okay. Well, in that case,
It's like a like 4-H.
4-H. Yeah. Okay.
Kind of
All right.
thing, yeah.
Okay. All right. I
People like to
genuinely
judge
do
meat
that.
sometimes. Who knows?
Okay, Martin.
There was the aforementioned $3 for $10.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. That's going there.
If you didn't, I was.
I would imagine so. Finally, I put some of these out there. So I go up 6. And and you did the 2
Yep.
extra. Yep. Okay, definitely.
All right. I have no clue what to do at this point. That seems okay. National advertising. It was at 2. Eventually. There we go. So that'll be 2 there. 1. 1. Oh, hey! Speaking of City of the Big Shoulders. Hey, Raymond. Designer of City of the Big Shoulders. What's up? Yeah, you're, so, hey, help us refresh our memory, because we were talking about what companies. So we have Swift, Armor, Morris, and
Cuddy?
Could he?
Cuddy? You can them. Which one of those? And there's one more. Wilson. We think Swift's in City of the Big Shoulders. Hi, Jess.
I think armor might even be an expansion in City of the Big Shoulders.
Could be.
They mentioned Libby McNeil,
Yeah,
which
which
definitely
is
there.
as well, right? Yeah.
Okay. Is it me? It's me, right?
It is.
I'm gonna build. Oh, that was close-ish. I'm gonna give $1 to Sarah. I'm gonna build the beef extract lab.
Oh, yum.
I think I'm very pleased about that.
You are?
I hope so. We'll see.
You are or aren't?
I don't know. We'll
Oh,
find
okay.
out.
So I get 1 reputation and 1 up on beef.
Reputation.
Super concentrated broth, beef extract was sold for its use in soups and beef tea, and despite little nutritional value, was used by World War I Allied forces.
Beef tea?
Yeah.
Don't look at me.
Why? I mean, you're the tea connoisseur. Shrey? Beef tea.
I don't think it's going to be Shrey's jam. Really.
No, I don't even. No, I don't either. But I'm just thinking of tea drinkers. So, I mean, beef tea, isn't that... So what I'm imagining, and again, total ignorance here, is think tea bags, but it basically makes it like a beef broth, right?
Sounds
Like,
Probably something like that. Yeah.
but why would you put it in a tea bag? Why wouldn't you just like put it in? I don't. Oh boy.
don't like it.
Okay.
Hey, Felix.
Yes. Morris. Before we get out of here, I will find out. It will probably be on the back of Morris's board. We'll figure that out when we're done. So, hey, Felix. All right. Yes, Sarah's first stream. All right, Sarah, you're up.
No, I'm not.
Oh, did you just go?
Oh, no.
It definitely
you're
is you.
I was going back.
No, it's fine. But in the game of Union Stockyards, we go clockwise.
Okay.
Okay.
3
I'm just
gigantic,
trying to
get
make
that
you
joke in
feel.
at some point.
I'm just trying to make. Yeah.
gigantic buildings.
Yeah. Here's what's left to build.
I know.
There.
That's-
Well, here. There.
And these are effectively out.
Yeah, those can't be built.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
I
can't be awarded,
Yeah.
I should say.
was clearly not focused on that as part of my
Yeah.
strategy here.
Yeah,
Not
Martin
that I
got a salami. I got a
really have a
salami.
strategy.
Yep.
I don't know. I feel like I could build this lard refinery. But why? I can't put it next to that.
You can.
You can.
No, I don't have
Oh,
enough
you don't
money.
have money.
I don't have
Oh,
enough
right,
money.
yeah.
So I would
Right.
have to put it here. I have exactly enough money to put it there. I'd
Yeah.
have to give that to Edward.
Gross.
Oh.
Yes. And I
Maybe
mean, it give me 2
points
points,
and 3 on the pig.
but
So if you're planning to sell pig, then it would be good.
Keep going.
yeah,
I'm answering questions without speaking.
That's true. I mean, that is a good point, Martin, because I am very far down on all those tracks.
Yeah, giving you 3 on pig,
Alright.
and you sell pigs, that's 3 points.
Yep.
So it's,
Okay. I'm going to do that. I am going to take this one. I'm going to drop it in here.
Oh, thank you so
Dollar
much.
just passed right around the table.
It did to Sarah to me.
It
right?
did, yeah.
Thanks, Ken.
Okay. Lard refinery. Let's have some disturbing pictures. Lard, 13 to 15% of a hog's weight, was a staple of the American diet, often spread on bread like butter. Crisco debuted in 1911 and led to the decline of lard.
Say what you will about lard. Oh my God, is it delicious though?
Would you spread it on bread like butter?
No, but I would put it in refried beans
3 up?
too.
3,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Thank you.
seriously, like lard is the key to some.
It's very tasty.
It's delicious. Everything in moderation, right?
and as Shrey predicted, yes, I need to take
Yeah,
Chicago
okay.
advertising. Because
Yep, that's
I've been
why.
leading on this for so long, I can't possibly
Give it up now.
Give it up.
Right. Yeah, I don't see any other way. There's nothing I can do.
I don't think there's anything you can do.
I don't
But you
think
got a
so
solid
either.
second place out of it.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
But 6 points.
I'm
That's
happy
not
with
bad.
that. So doing that is a net 2 points. But I think, so I'm definitely going to do that. The question is, do I want to build those? So it would cost me 5, I would net 2 to build the hair factory.
Yeah.
And I would get net 1 if I built the fertilizer works. I can't afford either one of those, so never mind. Let's just skip that. I mean, I guess I could do it to where I'm the only one. It's 2 points that way. That's 2 points. That's a net 3 points. So I guess I'm supposed to do that. All right. There's a butt. Build a branch house in the Bronx. Boop. And we're not underwater. Done. And I get the sheep because of that. Kudahay. Thank you, Fred. Raymond's like, I love everything about this game. That's awesome.
I think there's just not a lot of actions with positive value left. I will take the other branch house. Spend the money. And the Bronx, please. And 1 up on sheep for
Sheeple.
me.
Man.
It's getting frustrating. All right. I think I'm gonna. Yeah. At least it's 2.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm guaranteed my cattle sale. No one can stop me on that, and I will definitely do that. I think everything else, and the only other thing I can think of is something that gets me 2 points. So I might as well do that and get myself 2 points.
Yep.
Does cost you 1 money.
Oh, so it only gets me 1 point. Which
Yeah.
case,
Oh, fair point.
good point. Good point. I'm sure you took the campaign, which is another way of getting 2 points. All the Bronxes are full, so there's none of these remaining actually give anything.
Nope.
If you were to build a viaduct, I guess you could put one in Boston and then put one there, but there aren't any branch house spaces
we don't have
left,
the option.
so-
I've only got 2 actions left anyway.
yeah.
So yeah, maybe
right.
only that is left,
I
and
see.
that just gains me 1 point. It's not even 2 points. Oh well. I guess it's just going to gain me 1 point then. Get rid of my overall token.
Yeah, and Fred brings up a good point. Like, these are still going to manipulate one more time at the end of the
Oh,
round.
there's 1 extra slaughter. I'd forgotten about that.
So if you would like to roll that back, I'm okay with it.
And do the prices adjust before that slaughter?
Yes. The stock doesn't change, but the prices absolutely do.
In which case, let me recontemplate my possibilities, because that
And
alters
get your butt
things
back. There you go.
considerably.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yes, I hadn't thought of that. So I definitely want to push. What do I want to do on prices?
So Dimitri, did you for to be clear, there are 4 cards of each year, and you randomly choose one of them.
Down.
Yep.
All to be clear, the ones that we played with on Saturday, I just removed and then randomly did it for the rest.
Yeah.
So
Just so we
Perfect.
didn't see any of the
yeah,
same.
yeah. For honestly, for our sake,
Yeah. I like it.
and there was one that was not random.
Okay.
That was the World's Fair because I wanted to talk about H.H. Holmes.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
So I think the hair factory now becomes viable, because I'll pay 6, I get 5 on that at the end of the game, but I will go up 2 on a pig, so I'll still only gain 1.
Why would you have to pay 6?
Oh, it's 5. 1, 2, 3,
Yeah,
4.
it's
I've
5.
been looking
Yeah.
at that and thinking it's 6.
For what it's worth, I have done that every single time because every time I say I have to,
Yeah.
when I build it on mine, I keep thinking it's 6 as well.
And I'll get 1 for being
You'll
next
get one
to
for
it.
being next to one.
So yeah, I think the hair factory is the way to go then.
Okay.
So I spend 5. Take the hair factory.
And I assume that's going to go there.
Ooh.
Does it actually fit?
It
yeah,
does, it
just
does.
about. Yep. Yep,
And
it
there's
fits there. So I go up
Lots
1.
of ways you could place it.
Yeah, there are. Like, if you want to manipulate that, but I
I don't
assume
think
one
there's-
side's going to be.
There's
Yeah.
no way you could place it that would prevent someone else from building the fertilizer works. So,
Correct, because even if you did it like this, they still have room,
Yeah.
whoever.
Yeah.
So,
I'll do it like that anyway because you moved it that way, that position.
done.
Okay.
So you're going to get 1 here,
Yep.
and then,
And 2 up on the pigs.
got you. And would you tell us about the hair factory, sir?
Oh yes. Hog hair was used for making brushes and insulation, and also as filling in cushions for sofas, davenports, mattresses, and automobile seats.
very good.
Okay.
Really?
Mmm.
Wow. So that was padding?
Mmm.
Ugh. All right. Well, I'm going to have to slaughter pigs because it's too many points to not. So that's a total of 10.
Yeah, you can't not do that, just
That's
like I can't
10
not
points.
do
Done.
the sheep, do the cattle.
Yeah, he could do that. So to be clear, what Shrey is referencing is you could do it like this,
If you wanted to forgo the point.
but you forego the
Yeah, I
point.
don't.
yeah.
Right.
I don't think it's going to help me that much before.
I agree.
Because it's an expensive build for someone else to do
It-
anyway.
it-
I mean, I think the only one who
it's me.
realistically do it are the two of you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's on to me.
I mean, it's a net
Not
1
Yeah.
point
much
for
to
me,
do.
so I don't
Right.
think it's worth it.
It depends on what else you can do. Because you can't slaughtering more pigs. I guess you can do
I could.
Cow for 2.
You damn Skippy, I can.
right. Yeah. So sheep's gonna be there. This is only 1 point for me, so it might probably make sense for me to go ahead and do that, even though it's only a net 1.
I have no idea how this turns out. I am very
It turns out
curious.
with me not at the top, I'll tell you that much.
Or me. All right, I'm gonna slaughter this pig.
Me no likey that.
Why not?
1, 2, 3, 4,
already-
5.
You already killed your pig.
Yeah, but it's gonna adjust prices.
I mean, probably.
I'll take my cow, so I have to for 7. Can't turn down 7 points.
No matter what I do, I think it's 2 points either way, and this hurts. It hurts me and Martin equally. I guess it. I mean, because it's -3, right?
Yes. Well, it's -3 for everybody.
And for everybody.
It hurts everybody.
So it's universal. So it's
Yeah.
it's net 0, right?
Yep.
For any of these, for
Yeah.
either of those. Correct? Am I thinking about that
You
correctly?
think
should
so.
just take the thing that makes you the most money, I think.
I mean, then that would be cattle, because that's 2 points no matter what. Buying land is dumb. Contract work gets a point. Yeah, I think that's what we do. We just take
Yep.
the bull by the horns and get $2 and call it good.
Yep.
Done.
And you might not have seen this, but
I probably
I'm
didn't.
I'm gonna even it out because I'm gonna slaughter a sheep,
Oh.
Oh,
which means they all go up by 1.
okay. I'm actually okay with that. All right. Sorry, Sarah. You still have 1 left.
Yeah. So there's no point in buying land. Well,
Because it's just net
Yeah.
0 or lose
I
2
can't-
points.
build that.
Correct.
I can't do that. I already slaughtered a pig. The other ones would lose me money.
Yep.
So really the only option.
It's 1 point if you go contract work.
Yep. I mean, I think that's the only thing that's
Yep.
the desperation move.
All right, we're done. So now, resolve the election, which doesn't matter in that regard, but we do adjust the livestock prices.
Yep.
Everything's equal, so everything goes up 1. 1, 1, 1. Done. So now we go into final scoring. Savings and cash on hand. So, sure. Ken,
5.
5 to 17. Get rid of your
Yep.
money.
6.
6 for here is
20.
20. Blue is
19.
back 1 to 30. And back 1 and then 20. Yeah, 31. Sorry. Then 15.
26.
26. Clearly, my ability to do math is struggling today. And now margin. So here we go. Purple goes back 3.
Okay.
Orange does nothing. Yellow goes up 1. Blue goes up 6. Orange goes back 1. Blue goes up 3. Purple goes up 4. Yellow goes up 9. Purple and blue go back 3. Yellow goes back 1. Orange goes up 2. So there's the margins. Now, bonuses, are these. Apologies, right?
Yep.
Bonuses and that. Yeah, so actually this works as well. So here we go. Blue gets 9. Yellow gets 6. Orangey gets 3. Then we'll do this in player order. So 4, 8, 12, 14, 16. For purple, Rust is 4, 8, 12, 14. Yellow gets 4, 6. Blue gets 4. And then card values start purple.
11.
Orange.
17.
No.
52. In the lead for a second.
I think 16. Let me see. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16. Did I say that the first time? Okay. I feel confident in that.
63.
And I get 9, which is not enough.
9 for blue. Nope, blue,
No,
blue.
blue.
59.
And then not orange. Everybody else goes back 2. And there we have it. Hashtag terrible teacher, 61.
Yep.
Martin, 57. Ken, 52. And Sarah, thank you for playing. All right. So I don't want to put you on the spot because it's your first stream, but thoughts on the game. Just open it up to everybody. Go ahead. Okay, I like it better at 4 players than I do 3. I think it is far more compelling as a 4-player game than on a 3-player game.
Yes.
We built almost every building, if not every building, in our 3-player game. So it wasn't lack of building, but the buying of land, I thought, was a dimension that really didn't really materialize in a 3-player game. Whereas in this, I found that really compelling.
Yep.
And I thought that was a cool level that we just didn't see in our
Yeah.
previous play.
Some of it, I think, has to do with the 4-player setup where the middle is empty.
Yeah.
So you're sort of competing for the side spots, and there's stuff that is just clearly more valuable.
Yep.
Whereas in the 3-player, where you're just kind of all going this direction,
Right.
there's like that sense of value is not this. It's not the same.
And you play on the same side of the board, the 3 to 5 player board, which is
Oh,
this.
interesting. Yeah.
And whereas the other side, we'll flip it over if you all remind me when we're all done to look at how it differs. Because I'll be honest, I haven't looked at the 2-player. I'm sure people out there would be interested, but yeah, I liked about 95% of this game.
Yeah. It's tight.
It is. And again, because 3, 4, and 5, the number of worker placement spots doesn't change except for
5
animals.
players. Well,
For-
five players, you only have 3 workers each.
there is that also.
So that would change it.
So that's 15 versus 16.
Yikes.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, that
only
would be-
one
It's
difference.
only
I don't
one
think it's a
worker
big
different,
difference.
right?
It's not as noticeable as with 3 players, where you've got a lot more
Yeah.
freedom on the spaces.
Yeah. Yeah, so tighter worker placement spots for sure. I think because of the way the animal slaughtering works at the higher player count,
Yeah.
this is just tougher. The market is tougher.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I think it's hard to have a situation where you're not underwater on at least one margin by the mid game.
Right.
And then the question is whether you've got yourself high enough on another one that it doesn't really matter. And I mean, that was a difference maker. That's the reason you and Martin finished in first and second. You guys were both high enough on beef and pork.
Do you think that's because we played well, or do you think that's because of just the way the building happened to go and
No,
all
I
of
think.
that?
I mean, I think it definitely.
And
had
again,
to do-
it's not like, ooh,
Yeah.
look at me.
Yeah.
You feel like that's player agency.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I really like the thematic quality of this
Yes.
game.
Yeah.
The theme really drives everything. It makes everything kind of easy to understand because you can kind of know what everything's going to do because it all makes logical thematic sense. It's not as, I think, as intense or as deeply strategic as Caelus or Agricola, when it comes to worker placement games. But where I feel it kind of competes more is at the medium weight end of the scale. So my go-to game in that area is Viticulture, which also has a strong thematic quality, which makes the game a lot easier to follow and go through. The interesting difference between this and Viticulture is Viticulture's got a lot of randomness from the card draws, and this has very little randomness.
Yes.
Just really the order in which the cards come out and which years you happen to get.
Right.
But that's universal.
And now
too,
those are
right?
universal
Yeah.
things,
Right.
so they're not affecting you individually. So if you
And
want
have
a
ways to
game...
mitigate
Yeah.
against
Yeah.
it too.
Yeah. So if you're looking for a game that has the kind of the weight and the thematic quality of a Viticulture, but with a lot less randomness, this is definitely the game, providing the theme doesn't put you off.
Yep.
And I think I really like it. It's easy to teach. It's the theme works well for it, and there's a reasonable amount going on.
No one dies in viticulture, though.
Well, no one dies here unless you're the.
He died in the Spanish flu.
Well, okay, there's that. Good point. There's
Yeah.
that.
The question is whether at 3-player it's just a bit too loose, and who knows what it's like at 5, because you haven't got any scaling of the worker placement spots, which you have inherently got in. Well, Viticulture has it built into the rules, and it's inherently part of Caelus because of the fact that you're putting out the spots as you're going.
Right.
So that it naturally scales the game for worker placement spots, and that's where the question mark lies here. I think 4 worked really well, but 3 definitely felt too loose.
Yeah, I was a little worried when we played this the first time that I was like, it didn't feel as compelling as I feel like it does now at 4 players. 4 players, this thing sings. I think it does really, really well. I do wonder if 5-player makes it tighter in a good way or too tight. I don't know. Like going last, I guarantee campaigning probably plays a bigger part. Which now that I think about it, and this is, I don't want to speculate too far down this path having not played it 5 players, but if you're late in turn order, do you even get a chance to campaign? Like, I don't know how big of a deal turn order is in that regard, because if you're 4th and 5th, do you get a chance to campaign? Like, are people sniping it early in the first, in the first time around? But on the flip side of it, and this is one of the things that I don't know where I fall on this. The fact that you can't manipulate prices or availability or anything.
Not by yourself.
Within a round. It's a static
You
board statement.
participate in price manipulation. You just can't do it by yourself. You need help. Yeah.
Yes, but what I meant was
Oh, you can't change it in the round.
Right.
I see what you're
saying. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. Right? I don't know where I fall on this. But when it's like that, hell, even if it were like this with the pigs,
Yep.
everybody's gonna get to go there. So there's no rush to do it.
Right.
There is literally no incentive to go there early unless you are desperate for money because, hey, maybe I can build something that raises my value here early.
But we obviously saw a situation early in the game where we could have shut you out.
Yes. Now,
Right.
when there aren't enough, then that comes into play, and that is a compelling thing.
Yeah.
But when it's not, when there's a surplus, the fact that you can't manipulate the price within a round, again, I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
Yeah.
I'm just making an observation on it. And I like the building aspect. I like the tug of war for land spots. The only kind of real negative I have is there in the last round, the last couple of turns felt very min-maxy, and there's nothing, like, you run out of things you can do. That, I could do this or I could do this. And that's that. But I feel like those are minor critiques. The theme comes through extraordinarily well. And again, if you're a vegan, maybe this isn't the game for you. But it's historical, right? This is akin to a Votes for Women or something along the lines of that, to where it's telling the historic story of how this went. Maybe to a lesser degree, I guess. But
I mean, none of us protagonists here are the good guys in this particular
fair. Yeah, okay, fair. That is a fair point.
So we're definitely
It's still
dirty
fascinating,
capitalists.
though.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
I learned stuff about it.
Yeah.
About the history of this that I didn't know. The production is solid.
Oh yeah. It's a really nice production. It's a loving production. Like,
It
you
is.
can tell that like this is like an active
love.
Yeah,
The design, Dwayne. He has a PhD in, I think it's the equivalent of animal husbandry. Like there are universities that or
Yeah.
like an
right.
agriculture PhD.
Yeah. I read on his bio on BGG that it's not called animal husbandry; it's called something else. And Jess was like, "I think that's the equivalent of it," and I was like, "Oh, okay." So clearly comes about it from a, he lives it.
Yeah.
This is his life's work. So yeah, that's awesome.
I kind of agree with Raymond there.
I
like
mean, we
this.
I kind of chucked you in. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh no, that's okay. I agree with you, Martin, that I like that there's not a lot of luck that comes into this. It's very, it's tight in a very kind of, mathy way, and I like that.
Yeah.
And, oh no, please.
No, I need another play.
Yeah, yeah. Now that and to
Yeah.
be fair, so we foisted this upon Sarah, because she was only available a couple days this week, and I wanted to be able to get her on stream, and I thought you'd be able to handle this no problem coming in cold, and yeah, so yeah, I think so. So Raymond says this is incredible. I've gone from knowing nothing about a game to shut up and take my money. That I've never gone that fast in my life. Instabide, can't wait to play it. And again, that's from the designer of City of the Big Shoulders. So meet animal science and statistics. Thank you, trying to be bored. That's meet animal science and statistics. So, and I was like, what?
I mean, I see that how the intersection comes together.
Yes,
Here in the game.
it does. Jowser says Raymond. Raymond knows this. Raymond and I are friends. But Jowser says Raymond, this is an awful channel to watch for board gamers' wallets because of how good they make games look. sorry and you're welcome.
Yeah.
Jess. Hi, Jess. Excellent stream. Excellent example of what a live teach and playthrough can do for folks deciding on what games to add to their collection. Can't wait to play this one. Will it be around at HeavyCon? Yes, it will, because it's our copy. So, yes, it'll be there. And I'm curious for y'all to try it at 5, because I want to hear about it. I want to see how it goes. So overall...
I want to point out a couple of mechanical things that I really enjoyed. One was the way this market worked, with the up and go and from the cost going up and down as you were pushing up. I mean, at first blush, it looks like temple tracks, but it isn't because of this manipulation up and down. This is kind of like a temple track, although it does have a significant effect with you bumping your things up, which makes it more interesting than that.
And to be clear, I would argue the thing against it being a quote unquote temple track is these are directly related to the exact thing that you're trying to do.
Exactly.
It is not tangentially connected. It is directly connected.
Right? So just this is closer to a temple track. These are not because of that movement of the prices. The things that can go up and down. It just makes the whole plotting out of your market moves and thinking what's going to happen next round if the market goes up and down in the various ways becomes really quite interesting.
This is the selling point of the game, and it works really well.
I think the other mechanical thing I really liked was this whole thing about buying land over here. And I've not seen this before, where you choose to buy or not buy land, and then depending on where you buy land, as we began to see, you can actually get some money off it in the longer term or not. You can choose just to go straight away and spend more money, or that makes the placement of things. There was a little bit of this in Kuntahora, where you had to reserve a spot before you could put something on it. But this is way better than what Kuntahora did, I think.
Right. A lot of flexibility.
This is really interesting, and I could imagine this as we play more. Interesting things going on in this, and we saw it in our game. I don't think it was just because of 4-player, although that was a factor. I think it was also because it was our second game, so we were beginning to think about how the buying land was going to have an effect.
Yeah, because I just slapped that down right here because that's where I was going to go first, but there's so much more strategy to where you could place that to better use it.
Yeah.
And to use it, again, is liquidity, right? It's future liquidity, but it is there.
I mean, early on, it sort of makes sense as a slingshot to your ability to build.
Right, you need to be able to build on your own land.
But as people get the ability to have a little bit more money, have the ability to sort of build more places, using it speculatively, pretty interesting.
Agreed.
I also think, Ken, that we proved out that a collaboration doesn't really work well.
That's true. Yeah, I think we did sort of play nicely, but one of the things I think it shows is that maybe like branch houses are a secondary thing, not something you can really focus on and win.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I got scared. I'll be honest. Like when y'all were doing this, I was like, I feel like y'all are going to really start pulling away. And in hindsight, maybe it wasn't as important. Right. Yeah.
That's what I feel like. I got those 5 out there, but that did not compensate for not doing that.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, thematically, it also makes sense. Right, you got to be able to have your product and your brand reputation in a good enough spot to where then this is, like you said, a secondary thing, right?
Yeah. So this is the thing that's interesting about the game, and I wonder if they landed here after playtesting. Do you notice that the cattle and the pig markets are exactly symmetrical? They're exactly the same.
What do you mean?
I mean that the breaks for 1 cow versus 2 cows versus 3 cows, and the pricing are the same.
Oh, I get. Oh, yeah, 14 versus 4 because but they are identical.
Yeah.
And so I wonder, like, it seems like maybe they might have made it asymmetrical to some point, but maybe, like, if there were like multi-dollar jumps in the cow market or something like that, it might have made this
too strong.
Too strong. I will definitely say, as somebody who played at the top of the sheep market, it is a little. I think it's a little. I did the pig thing last time. I did better. I think sheep's a little weaker than the other two.
And to be clear,
and the rule book calls it out.
It does call it out, right? Like there is a hint. Well, because I joked about this before we played it Saturday, or whenever it was we played this, and there's a little thing of hints right here, and I said, "Do you want me to read it?" And they were like, "Yeah." Basically, it says don't make branches if you're not going to capitalize from these. There are probably fewer sheep available. In other words, this is the least important of them all. And remember, you can only slaughter once per each. So make sure you're doing it for the right reasons and like so on and so forth.
Yeah.
I think that all that makes sense.
It does. Yeah, definitely better on a second play.
Yeah, oh yeah. I totally agree. The other thing, somebody asked, where was it? A little while ago. Let me see, sorry. Oh, that was it. Trying to Be Bored said, I only got to play this once. My group thought it was a round or two too short. However, they thought that the length was one of the main selling points. It didn't overstay its welcome.
Yeah.
So where do y'all feel? Where do you fall on that? And Sarah, with it being your first play, lengthwise, what do you think?
No, I thought it was good, especially because right at the end we were running out of things to do. It felt kind of just right, and it's not, it would get to the table more often.
Yeah. Because that extra round adds
Yep.
another 20 minutes, 30 minutes to it, whatever. So, yeah.
Yeah, lengthwise, it's nice. It's not too long. I mean, we played that 3-player game in just over an hour.
Yeah.
And, this here, okay, it was longer because we're streaming, but, you can easily crack this in definitely under
Sure,
2
yeah.
hours.
Yeah. Easy.
Good
I
play.
think
Yep.
so. So, all right. Awesome. Anything else? Cool.
You were going to flip the board over.
Oh, good call.
Good call.
Thank you. All right. And
Angie
he
told me
wanted to
when to
know,
flip this over, too.
apparently something about the Morris founders. Do they
Okay.
mention anything
All right.
on that?
Nelson Morris lived from 1838 to 1907. Nelson Morris was born Moritz Beisinger into a Jewish family that raised cattle in Germany. He was sent to live with his uncle in the USA at the age of 10. At 15, he began working as a coal miner, then on a canal boat, and later on a lake ship. He eventually became a cattle trader in a stockyard in Chicago, where he enjoyed much success due to skills learned from watching his father in Germany. Starting his own meatpacking business, he landed a lucrative contract with the Union Army during the Civil War. By the 1880s, Morris and Company had over 60 buildings and 3,700 employees, slaughtering over 20,000 animals daily.
Good Lord.
Whoa.
All right, that's where it ends. So no, to answer your question. So now, Raymond, in a comment, unless you're able to get it done before we talk about this, I want to know what that is. So this is the 2-player side. Obviously, there's fewer worker placement spots there. There's only one branch house.
Yep. Town is a lot smaller.
It's a lot smaller.
Yeah.
But otherwise, again,
I think those
sheep
are.
is 1,
Oh.
and cattle and pigs
Yeah,
again
so-
are 1 or 2, and
That
that's
makes
it.
sense. Yeah.
All right.
It
So
does make you wonder whether the game would be improved by different boards for the different player counts based on our experience each three. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Playtesting would
Sure.
flesh that out.
Yeah.
I was playing it once or twice.
yeah. So and that's where it was. So all right.
Yeah.
Awesome. There you go. Cool. Appreciate it. You want to ask the people?
Oh yes. So unfortunately, when you slaughter cattle and pigs and sheep, they don't have any funds, and we need funds. So please like and subscribe. Give us your funds.
What he said. Yeah. Consider supporting the show. Patreon.com/HCHQ helps keep the lights on. Certainly appreciate it. Raymond says, if I recall correctly, he ended up going overseas and his company got sold out from under him. His partners ended up stealing
wow.
it from him.
Oh.
Nasty.
Spoken
All right.
like somebody who's done a lot of research on industrial Chicago at the turn of the century.
Yeah, weird. All right. So, hey, thanks. We have 6 streams, 5 days. So tomorrow, join me. I'm doing El Burro solo. And Wednesday, we have a double header. We have a 2-headed solo of Inventions. Then we have Age of Steam. We have Colonial Twilight on Friday for the patrons. And Thursday,
Dungeon Pets.
Dungeon Pets. So a lot of good stuff coming. So y'all check it out. I'm Edward.
Ken?
Sarah.
Martin.
All right. Welcome aboard. Hopefully you had a
Thank
good
you.
time.
I
all right?
did. It was great.
Y'all have a good night. We'll see y'all later. Take care, everybody.